Welcome, YouTubers. And for everybody else, hold while the music is played. There is no bitch assiness in that opening song.
No, that's a serious intro.
That is a serious intro for a serious podcast.
I thought the video was playing too up on the screen for a minute.
We should put it up there.
We should. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Episode 023 in your house. Actually in the kitchen. It is Wednesday, July 25th, 2018. We're flying by the seat of our pants tonight. As you can see, our third co-host chair is empty.
Yeah, we're supposed to have Rachel Tatum here from Team Rock, Fayetteville, and she's also part of Mission 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're supposed to have her in here tonight.
Do we know where she's at?
No.
Is she lost?
I don't know.
Has she contacted you?
She said she's on her way.
Sweet. That should be fun.
Yeah, so I don't know. But, hey, what's up, everybody on the Facebook Live? Good to see you guys again. What's up? Gonna talk a little shit here for a little bit. Hadn't did a podcast in a long time, man. This is crazy. What has it been, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, and a lot's happened in 3 weeks.
A lot has happened.
Yeah, Jamil Hill Taylor seminar. What else? Naga. U.S. Grappling.
Mr. Gomez.
Yeah, Janatis Gomez here with us at Checkmate Charlotte.
And Ton moving back to Japan.
Yeah, Elton Hashiara Cruz is going back to Japan. So Leo Silvera's taking over Checkmate Myrtle Beach, which is you know that's pretty cool. You know, at least they're not, you know, they're definitely not downgrading. Ton's awesome and Leo's awesome. So, you know, the Checkmate team in Myrtle Beach is 110% keeping it going strong. Speaking of Ton, man, let me tell you what this fucking dude does. So you know, you know, the most of the Checkmate guys are Brazilian, so you know they're on the WhatsApp, and so we got this WhatsApp group thing with all the black belts, and this dude's talking shit, man, because they sent me the trophy. Yeah, for Naga.
So, just so everybody out there.
Yeah, said he wants to come up here and go to war with me. My own brother. Ton, Helton, down in Myrtle Beach, dude, you're not getting the trophy. It doesn't matter.
Well, let's say it should have been 3 trophies and a banner.
Yes, Naga, get your shit together, man. What the fuck?
What is up with that?
We got second adult team, which I still don't know how that happened. We got second kids. We won the no-gi, and we took second in gi, which I don't even know that happened either. Steve Hall pulled some shenanigans, I think. I bet you Steve Hall got all of his trophies.
Yes, he did.
I bet you Steve got all of his trophies. Has Helton got on here? Matthias, is Helton on here? No?
Are you on the Facebook thing?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook Live. I've got about 5 people on here watching me do this.
See, that's what happens when we drop off for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. 3 weeks, man. 3 weeks of no podcast. What else? Daniel Cormier. Cormier beating Stipe.
Is the light heavyweight and
heavyweight champion of the world. Matthias, go on the WhatsApp and tell him I'm on the podcast talking shit about him.
So if I use MMA math, does that mean that John Jones comes back and can beat Cormier for both belts?
Yeah. I mean, this just solidifies what I've been saying. John Jones is the greatest of all time. He has beaten the heavyweight champion of the world twice.
And the light heavyweight champion.
And the light heavyweight champion. Twice. What more do you want, man?
I agree.
John Jones.
Stipe. is brewing, just waiting for his rematch.
Yes, he is. Stipe is brewing, waiting on his rematch. And I think that Miss Rachel has walked in the building.
She is in the door.
She is in the door.
Welcome.
I was gonna do some nogi, but you guys got started without me.
Well, she said we started without her.
I thought you guys started at 8.
We usually do. But we started early
he
because
pulled-
of Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting on you. We're waiting on you. Go ahead, get dressed. Come on the podcast. Come join us. You got time.
I'm waiting until I was getting my nogi.
Brian Palumbo, what's up? Jesse Wable, what's up? Oh, by the way, yeah, speaking of Jesse Wable, Jesse Wable's the matchmaker for NFC, and what I'm about to say has nothing to do with NFC, but just something happened over the last 3 weeks. I went and did a color commentary with 864 Fighting Championships.
How was that?
It was fun. It was a good time. It was a good time. I enjoyed myself.
Is it online? Can we watch this anywhere?
You know what? Somebody was asking me about if the fights were online, and I told them yeah, and then they went, and come to find out, I think it's like $15 for 48 hours.
What?
That's what they told me. I don't know.
Okay.
I-
Where do they do that? Where do they go do that?
It's on YouTube. So if you want to watch the fight stream and listen to some great color commentary, go to 864 Fighting Championships YouTube page, and I think that's where you would order the pay. You can order the pay-per-view, or you can go to their 864 Fighting Champ 864fc.com.
864fc.com
Yeah.
for their YouTube page, and you can buy it there.
Right.
I think that's $15. That's very worth it.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it was pretty good.
How were the fights?
Fights were fantastic.
So what were the most notable matchups of the night?
The most notable matchups of the night, man. Dylan Calla fought Andrew Whitney in the main event, and Andrew Whitney's the young man that just beat Keith Richardson down at 864, just knocked Keith Richardson out. A little bit of back history on that. Keith Richardson had beaten Andrew Whitney in an earlier Fight Lab event that I was doing the matchmaking for back when I was with Fight Lab, and so Keith gave him the rematch at 864, and Andrew Whitney knocked him out in the first round. And then, so now they put Whitney against Calla on this last 864 event, and Whitney beat him in the second round, tapped him out.
It was a sub.
Yeah,
What was the sub? Do you remember?
it was guillotine. Guillotine
In the second round.
in the second
Guillotine.
round.
Monsters, I tell you.
Yeah.
How do you think that promotion's going to do overall?
Man, you know what? They're doing everything right. I mean, they're doing everything right. And I'll say this: other than NFC and other than Fight Lab, the one thing that has been consistent is most promotions just don't do the stuff right. They don't. And the few that have, they do it right once, and then the cost is just too much, and there's no profit made, and then they leave.
They can't do it again.
They can't do it again. 864, this bout, for everything that I saw in my experiences, everything was right. I don't know about the ones before that. I will say this, though. I think that the cost of the shows, just looking around and what I saw the last time I was there, I think the cost remained the same. And also
Compared to Fight Lab, where do you think the cost is? Higher or lower?
higher, 110% higher.
Really?
Yeah, their pro purses are up there. And that's why I said when I say they're doing everything right, they're doing everything right that is probably wrong for you to be doing at this level for where they're at. Their production is top notch. Their production is top notch. Their pro purses to not be UFC or Bellator, they're paying their fighters. They're paying their fighters very well. Man, I'd have to guess that bout probably had $20,000 in pro purses.
Do they have the sponsorships to continue that?
I don't think so, but I don't know the ins and outs of their business. I can't speak on that. So, I was just the color commentator.
Who normally does the color commentary, or have they really set that up yet?
Normally it's Casey Oxendine, who's very, very experienced in
Could you imagine
doing
you two
commentary.
doing commentary on the fights?
Well, we did. It was me and Casey.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah,
and Casey.
it was me and
Oh,
Casey.
God.
Yeah, it was
I have to buy this.
it was
now.
like a dream team. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was me and Casey, and usually it's Casey and another young man that I'm not going to mention his name because I think the parting of the ways wasn't very good. But so.
So who did more color and who did more tactical?
I did the I was the Joe Rogan guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was playing the other role, which I can talk forever, so that I guess that just made sense. And I know just about everybody in the world. So,
Did you wear a suit?
oh man, I didn't wear a suit. I just wore some nice slacks and a black shirt. And man, I'll be honest with you. Up until the day before the event, I thought I was going to some rinky dink. No, I'll take that back. I know 864 is not rinky dink, but I thought that I was just going. If the show started at 7, I thought, okay, man, I got to be there at 6, earliest. They're gonna give me the card. I'm gonna sit down, look at it, and I'm gonna talk into some, something that's recording. And they might have some stream going on that's half-ass, which is usually what you get at this level, half-ass streaming production. And dude, the day before, it was a production meeting at 8:30 in the morning, video conference call, production meeting, and then the next day I had to be there at 1:00.
Do what?
I had to be there at 1:00.
What'd you guys do from 1:00 till?
Well,
Kickoff.
actually, and you know what? I think the actual bouts, actually, man, I'm telling you, they're doing it right. It's like a little mini UFC. They had Facebook prelim bouts at 4:00.
Oh wow.
They had Facebook prelim bouts at 4:00, and then their main card, I guess it started at 6, and then after that. Or actually, their amateur fight started at 6, and then I guess their main card started about 8:00.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
How many on the main card?
They had 5 pro fights, and I want to say they probably had 8 amateur fights, and then they had 2 catch style high school wrestling matches.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which was pretty unique. That and one of them was all female.
Wrestling match?
Yeah, and it was farmers rules. So 1 5-minute round. First 1 to 5 takedowns wins.
Nice.
And then if you got taken straight from your feet to your back,
It was done.
then if you got taken straight from your feet to your back, then your opponent had the opportunity to go for a pin. And then after so much time, they brought you back up to your feet. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
I'm going to adjust her microphone real fast.
Okay.
If you want to keep going.
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to just talk to myself?
Nobody really wants
And everybody else.
What the fuck? Huh?
So nobody really wants
Everybody wants to hear from our guests. They always want to hear from our guests. Or they at least want to hear me mess with our guests.
I gotta look right at you too.
It's everybody's dream. You're in a privileged position. You should be happy right now.
You have the #1 seat on camera.
Yes. Yes.
We call it the hot seat.
So,
What are you guys talking about?
well, first we got to introduce you, Miss Rachel. How do you pronounce your last name?
Tatum.
Rachel Tatum from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
That's right.
Is that really where you're from?
I
or
live
is it-
right outside, but
Okay, all right. Yeah,
it's
we'll,
just easier to say Fayetteville.
yeah, we'll go with Fayetteville. 'Cause I think you told me where you're from, and I don't think anybody knows where it's at.
No.
Yeah, because I didn't know where it's at. But go ahead and tell Nick where you're from. He might know.
Stedman. It's about 25
No.
or 30 minutes outside of Fayetteville. It's nice and quiet out there.
It's nice and quiet. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
There's not much. I'm a white belt I train over at Team Rock in Fayetteville.
Some good training over there.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of great people
Yeah.
out there. Great women's group too. So
No, I just saw they did some black belt promotions
yeah,
at Team Rock,
yeah.
Fayetteville.
So 4 of our former brown belts got promoted to black belt.
4?
Yeah, we had 4. It's nice. It's nice to have more black belts in there because we only had 2, Coach Jason Quast and Coach Trey Pace.
Yeah.
So, and it was just the 2 of them, and then we had like a slew of brown belts.
No, is Jason a black belt now?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
He's
man,
in one.
you guys got like 10 black belts.
No.
Yes, you do. If you had 4,
I mean, we got 6 now.
you have 6.
I mean, that like train regularly at the gym. Yeah.
You've got more than that though.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's Professor Greg Thompson.
Yeah.
So
And you got some black. How long have you been there?
I've been there a little over a year.
Yeah. See, there's man, they had some black
Yeah.
belts from before. Yeah, man. Man, you guys probably got like, of course,
Yeah.
Professor Greg, man. He's the first dude in
Yeah,
North
he's
Carolina.
bad, man.
He's a badass dude.
Yeah.
Nick, do you know Greg Thompson?
He's the nicest guy ever, but
I've
I mean,
heard. I don't know him personally.
He's
Man.
really instrumental, and I don't know to what degree in the Army combatives.
Oh, he designed the SOCP.
Yeah, there you
program.
go.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Special
Yeah.
Operations Combatives program.
Yeah, like he trains the badasses that are badasses.
Yeah. He works with like U.S. Marshals and people like that. He's pretty sick.
He's one
awesome.
of Hoyce's first
black
black
belt.
belts.
Black belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first American black belts. Man, that's some serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love, man. We Fight Lab did a show down at Fort Bragg one time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we did 2 shows there, but the first time we did, I went in there and got to train with the team. Well, actually, both times I went in there and trained with Team Rock guys because my buddy Jesse and Nick Grady and all those guys trained there. And,
Yeah.
so I went in there and trained. And the one time I went there, Professor Greg was teaching, which he's not in there a lot.
No, it's very rare. I've
Yeah.
seen him twice in my year, but I mean,
Yeah.
when he teaches, it really.
Oh yeah.
It gets you.
So the one time I was there, one of the 2 times I was there, he just happened to be there. Man, I got to take a class.
Lucky.
Oh man, I was in 7th heaven, man. I was in heaven. Like I like Jesse and all of them was looking at me like, "What's wrong with you? Like you're a black belt. Why are you like a little giddy kid in here?" Oh
I
man.
was at one of your Fight Lab promotions
really?
before I even started training. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Back in like 2014.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Miss Rachel, do you enjoy cold, frosty beverages?
Yeah. Do you have some?
I do, right here.
Yes. Thank you. It was
You're
a
welcome.
long drive, and I didn't have anything to, especially not alcoholic beverages to drink.
We got you covered.
What's that?
Yeah.
India Pale Ale.
Man, somebody just brought up into something else that's going on. Buchecha, August the 11th. This is on my Facebook Live. This isn't on-
Chad Burns says that you're the man.
Chad Burns. Is he on the YouTube?
He is on YouTube.
He's on YouTube. He's Chad's over
So
on YouTube.
Buchecha is over at Checkmat, Carolina.
Did you guys already
Yeah.
talk about Galval?
He'll be here. So what now?
Did you already talk about Galval?
No,
this
we haven't
weekend?
talked about Andre
Yeah.
Galval this weekend. Yeah, Andre Galval's coming July 28th, Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
Is
to
that
Otto, Charlotte.
Otto's?
Mm-hmm.
We're probably not allowed there. I don't think we'll be
Why
going.
not?
I
What did you
would-
guys do?
Well, have you
What
met?
did-
Have you met
What
him?
didn't you do?
I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. In fact, it was probably Helton. Ton.
What did he do?
I don't know, but I'm blaming everything on him. Like, from now until he comes and says goodbye to me before he goes to Japan,
He's gonna steal the trophy. You know that.
he's not stealing the trophy.
He's gonna steal it.
Look, first off, I'm taking the trophy tomorrow and I'm melting it down. I'm gonna make a necklace and give it to some homeless person uptown. You think I'm fucking around, dude?
They would wear it.
Well, so the story is that there should have been 3 trophies and a banner, and we got sent 1 trophy.
They sent 1 trophy, and
know.
I try to go on the WhatsApp to
Not one trophy.
yeah one. Let me tell you how cheap. Let me tell you how nog is. They do 1 fucking
I'll
trophy.
go get it and put it on camera here.
Get
Yeah,
the
let's
damn
see
trophy.
it.
Get the damn trophy. They do 1
I wanna
trophy
see it.
and put the 2 accolades that we achieved on 1 trophy.
Well, doesn't each competitor get a belt or
No,
something?
this is for the team.
Well, yeah.
This is
Well,
shitty. That's
one
shitty,
team,
though.
One team, one trophy.
That's
right?
shitty, man.
Let me check.
No, I'm talking about, look, we're talking about 2 completely different
Wow,
divisions.
That's an accomplishment, though.
We're talking about adults and kids.
Okay.
They put the adults and kids.
I mean, Naga's not, funded like IBJJF is, so.
They've sent me before 2 separate trophies.
Well, you should call them.
I'm not calling anybody. I'm putting them on blast on the podcast.
Boom.
I'm gonna do it the wrong
You
way.
got the right idea.
What you do?
Drinking out of it like a
There you go, like a Viking.
like a Viking.
You have blonde hair. Do you have any Viking blood in you?
Valhalla.
Wow.
You sure?
Yeah, no.
How do you know?
Because I know.
How? How in the fuck are you gonna know if you have Viking blood in you?
I mean, I guess I don't know for sure, but just guessing.
Yeah,
I'm half Dutch, Indonesian. Yeah.
Wasn't
Is
the
that-
Dutch Vikings?
Boss Rutan. She's related to Boss Rutan.
I don't think my grandmother was a Viking.
No, not your grand. My God, what? The Vikings were like what, 800 years ago, 700 years ago?
A little bit longer than that.
You could be Viking.
Well, just because I have blonde hair?
Yes. Well, let me put it this way. I can 110% guarantee you that I am not Viking. How's that? Is that fair?
That's probably fair.
See? So you should be proud of the possibility of your Viking heritage.
Just gonna.
You're possibly a Viking.
I am
I'll
a
accept
Viking.
it. I'll accept it.
We're gonna dye Brett's hair blonde, and we're gonna call him the Viking.
Will that make me a Viking?
That will make you a Viking. Instead
We've
of
seen
being
it before.
Bishop Bread,
Just be like Cisco.
Oh man, did you just say I could be like Cisco? Oh my God! Speaking of Cisco,
Who
hold on.
else has their hair dyed blonde?
what's the guy that got arrested in New York? For
Oh,
gun
Kevin
charge?
Randleman.
Yeah.
Remember Kevin
Oh,
Randleman?
yeah.
He
Chris
used to-
Brown did it too.
Chris Brown. I don't want to be Chris
I know,
Brown and
well-
Cisco. My God.
Those are
Come
just
up with
two-
somebody else.
Two bad.
There's
names.
no good
Dennis Rodman.
guys. No, but there's no good guys
Motherfucker.
that have
No,
blonde
Did
hair.
you fucking call me Dennis Rodman? Did you not read my Facebook post about the drag queen?
That's why I said it.
You ass.
Oh, I
clown.
saw it. I didn't read it though. I don't read a lot.
Are
of
you mad
stuff.
at me too?
No,
about
I'm
the
not
drag
mad
queen?
at you. I saw you posted it. I didn't really care.
Brett is
dude.
always stirring the pot.
I'm not stirring the fucking pot. I was look. I saw something. No, okay. Here's what I posted. I'm gonna put this out publicly so everybody understands and knows.
Okay. Well, explain the post first because I did not read
so
it.
the post was this drag queen up in this library in New York reading
Books to kids.
books to kids.
What kind of book was it?
I don't know. It was like a normal nursery rhyme book. But this
Okay.
motherfucker looked like the crack of my ass. But that's not why I made the damn post. Okay, I made the post originally because I had seen this fucking shit on my feed like 100 damn times. And I wake up that morning and fucking Jaw Johnson, Big Jaw,
Yep.
big fucking musclehead Jaw, had posted that shit again. And I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning for my 6 a.m. class. And
You're in
the
a
first
bad
thing
mood.
I see is this fucking
There's all
drag
these
queen
posts. Yeah.
on my damn phone. And I was like, God dang it. I said, that's it. That's it. I'm done. So I made a post and all I said was, okay, I said, I don't want this shit around my kids. Now, stop.
Well, that's your personal opinion,
That-
right?
okay,
Yeah.
but that's my personal opinion. This is what pissed me off because everybody can have their opinion.
Right.
I like people to have their opinion. Fuck, I wish more people would come on my podcast and give me their opinion so I could put them on blast and make a complete fool out of them. But I like people's
So
opinions.
glad to be here.
Yeah, and look, that's why we're Americans. Everybody can have their own opinion,
That's
right.
right.
As long as it doesn't infringe upon the rights of others in some form, fashion, or shape. So, anyways, I make this post, and I already knew somebody wasn't going to agree with it. But this is the shit that pissed me off. People were taking what I was saying and trying to twist the words to fit the narrative that I didn't like the guy because of his sexual preference.
That's why I never.
And that's
post
not
stuff like
what
that.
the fucking I don't want him around my kids because he looks like the crack of my ass. He's got fucking makeup on 2 inches thick and he's got on a sequined Michael Jordan jersey. That's a felony in Illinois. You know that, right? Do you know that?
I did
You go to
not.
jail in Illinois. If you wear a fucking sequined Michael Jordan jersey, you go to jail.
It
Period.
has to be, but it can be any other jersey.
It could be any other jersey, but not Michael Jordan, not in Charlotte.
It could be a
I mean, not
Dennis
in
Rodman
Chicago.
jersey.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, no, actually, they'll accept that. But anyways, my point was everybody starts going on there. Like I just kept posting the same thing. This is not about sexual preference. This has nothing to do with him being gay or not gay or loving a woman or loving a man or whatever, blah blah blah. Nothing to do with that. I just don't
But
want.
by the end of that post, that's what it was all about.
That's everybody just kept. No matter how many times I'd put it, somebody else would come on there and say it again. I was just like, the world's fucking retarded. And then when I people would reply to what I said and still continue down that narrative, like they just totally couldn't read what I just said. Has nothing to do with sexual preference. Has to do with I don't want a drag queen
See, I'll probably
reading to my child.
I'll probably read your post now, just because I like to watch. I'm one of the ones that
Yeah.
like sit back and like eat the popcorn and like
Yeah.
watch these comments.
Watch the social fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm more interested in that. I
Yeah.
don't really care about it. You're allowed to have your own opinion. I just like to see what other people say about it.
Yeah. Well, let me give some advice. You should always read my posts.
See, but you have so many that are like that
I know.
that I gotta pass a few of them up.
No, don't
yeah,
pass them up.
I have to.
Don't pass
You
them
got
up.
so many, and I don't know which ones are relevant.
They're all relevant. The proof that people
I just
respond.
gotta pick the ones that I'm interested in.
Well, look, I made it. Did you guys read the post I made today
No.
about the racism in Brazil?
Oh my god.
And look,
See if
Should I
can
go
get
look
this.
at it?
Hold on, wait a
I'm gonna
minute.
look at it right now.
wait a minute. Now,
You can talk about it. I just want to look at it.
I'm not making this up. I've asked probably 5 Brazilians that I know of if in Brazil there is racism or prejudice based off of skin color. And
Okay, I see it.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
I was trying to pull it up. It's not. Letting me.
yeah, and so
Oh, that's a great YouTube you got there.
it is pretty
It's
nice.
a good
isn't
view.
it? Yeah. And but every time I've ever asked a Brazilian that, they always say no. And the reason I asked that because I noticed, this is gonna sound stupid, but like I noticed Anderson Silva has dark skin, like African Americans, and I just wanted to know if in Brazil there's prejudice based off of skin color, and everybody had always told me no. Well, then I asked someone else here recently, and they told me yes, and like was very adamant about it.
So you're talking about just based on skin color?
Yes, they said that in Brazil,
Even
that,
if they have the same, like if they're all Brazilian, just
Yes.
based on.
I think
Yes.
Anthony Bourdain had a special about that and went into detail
Really?
about that.
See,
yeah,
I would read that.
really. Well,
Yeah, it was I think it was a Parts Unknown episode where
Yeah?
where
Okay.
he
Well,
went
they have all that-
dancing in somebody's house in
Yeah.
Brazil and went and showed the difference between cooking between the darker skinned people and what their day was like. And
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
well, after
They have
this
all that on
person,
Netflix.
when this person told me that there is prejudice based on skin color, and that darker complexion people in Brazil are suffer from racial bias and racial prejudice, and I when they told me that, I was like, man, first off, I was like, I almost felt like I was lied to, and then I thought, well, maybe it's because the people I'm asking, they're in jiu-jitsu, and in jiu-jitsu we all love each other anyway, so it doesn't really, maybe to them in their minds it's not prejudice based off skin color. Maybe they're not around it. And so I started doing some research, and when I you can Google it, racism in Brazil, and shit just started popping up left and right, and I was like, holy hell! And then
Yeah, I see your post here. Assassination in Brazil.
Yeah.
Unmasked the deadly racism of a country
yeah,
that
and
would rather ignore it.
yeah, and when I even had a Wikipedia article on race. When you Google racism in Brazil, a Wikipedia article comes up, and it said in there, this blew my mind. They were the last country in the Western Hemisphere to abolish slavery.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that shit. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't fucking know that.
I did know that.
How did you know that? Why would you know that?
I will pull
You don't even know
up-
anybody's Brazilian,
Seems
dude.
like a well-educated gentleman.
He's not well
I
educated.
do-
Don't listen to
I
him.
do know
Don't
a
lie.
lot of
Don't let
Brazilian
him
people.
lie to you.
They also suffer from toxoplasmosis, which is why most Brazilian men are very aggressive. But we won't get into that because I'll get my ass
What?
kicked.
Aggressive.
Okay, let me tell you what he did. Let me tell you what he did.
You mean
What did I
throwing
do?
chairs
'Cause
and
you-
stuff?
You had your throwing
That's
chair.
aggressive.
We got to talk about that shit too, man.
Okay,
Oh,
we need a
Lord.
piece of paper.
I'm down with that
'cause
shit.
I got
though.
a whole bunch of
I'm down
stuff.
with that shit. Throwing chairs and shit at white belts. I like that.
Wait, now
Dirty
hold
white
on.
belts.
No, just I'm a white belt. Don't throw a chair at me.
If you do, sometimes.
But I would never do what that white
You may
belt
throw
did.
a water bottle at you.
Did you see the video? Like,
I saw the video.
what'd the white belt do? In your words, what did you
What
see?
did the white belt do?
Where was you at when
He-
the chair was thrown?
So I was at home, so I had nothing to do with it. I saw videos on Jiu-Jitsu Times, but I mean, he was gloating a little bit.
Yeah.
Now they say that there was more stuff happened behind the scenes before that, but I don't see how they weren't at different school, or they were at different schools. I don't see where they would have ever came in contact. before that.
I heard that it was a rivalry between the affiliation of the white belt and Gracie Barra, and that's what sort of set it off.
And I mean, everybody's going to be different. I mean, maybe this particular white belt took it to heart, this rivalry, and wanted to be a part of it.
So what did he do to gloat? Like, did he give him the finger? Did he give him the DX?
I didn't see it.
The grunt? What? I gotta know.
The Stone Cold Stunner.
Can you pull it up here? Can we see the video?
Yeah, let me see. What are we searching for?
Since we're talking about wrestling references, I noticed you're wearing your Randy K. Orton.
RKO, baby.
That's
out
right.
of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
What are some search terms?
I really liked RKO. Even when he was the bad guy, I really liked him.
There you go. I like her. She knows about wrestling.
Yeah. Oh man, I used to watch WWE all the
there
time.
You go.
I went to a bunch of live shows.
There you go. You know who else watches WWE?
Who?
Helton Cruz from Checkmate Myrtle Beach.
Really?
He's about to be in WWE. He's gonna be one of the managers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's gonna.
What were we just talking about? You can't sidetrack me like this. I got ADHD.
We're talking about.
Here it is.
Here we go.
So, but see, I think he was just okay. I don't know that he was looking.
Who does that?
He threw.
Who does that?
I mean, I fully support it.
I mean, he didn't back down, which I'll give him props on that. He continued to go into that, Professor, but I don't think that was the right call. But that's.
Look at him. So what's that? So no.
Of course, they picked the meanest picture of him.
Yeah. So
I don't think he throws fingers, does he?
So he scores. Looks like he scores a takedown.
Yeah.
Guy scores a takedown, and then he gets up and he just runs around with his hands up, and then here comes. Oh, there's the chair. There's the push.
Yeah.
2 fingers in the face, motherfucker. Uchigaga gaga.
See,
that's right.
I have the unfortunate pleasure of seeing things from both sides all the time, so I can't really say definitively which side I support here. I mean, I don't really think that the white and I can't see it either, but the Professor shouldn't have acted out like this. I think that's my personal opinion.
Well, let me ask you this.
But
do you think?
I mean, that would have pissed me. Like if that was true, if that white belt would have thrown fingers at me or whatever.
Would you have cheered him?
I wouldn't have. I would have been really pissed about it.
But would you have cheered him? No chairs?
I've been known to throw a chair, but not. I don't think
not
I would.
At a white belt. Just for that.
Not yet. I can't say that I won't ever do it.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: do you think Coach Greg Thompson? Could you see Coach Greg Thompson cheering the guy?
Oh God, no.
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 What about Trey Pace?
No, absolutely not.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Trey's pretty tough, dude.
He's tough, but I mean, those are 2 of the nicest guys.
Yeah, I mean, don't think
in the world that you're talking about.
Slick Nick, can you pull up that still photo of that dude? He looked like a nice guy.
Which one?
The one that was at the end of the first video.
Oh yeah, let me find that real fast here.
Yeah, like he looked like he probably worked some Thanksgiving for the homeless.
Oh, this is not it.
That ain't it, dude.
I was gonna say, where'd you
get
that
angle?
angle?
I thought you was the.
Why are you watching all these white belt matches?
I'm working on it. It just comes up in my YouTube.
Is this it?
This is it.
God, you're a dope producer.
I mean, it looked like he pointed at him, but then he's not even acknowledging him.
Oh,
I don't know.
You know that white belt about shit on himself right then. Freeze it when it pulls up the picture of him, please.
I don't know. He kept walking into him like he was like I wouldn't be ready to take him.
There it is. You don't think that looks like Greg Thompson or Trey Pace?
No, absolutely not.
That's a upstanding.
Oh my God.
Upstanding, honest choir boy, citizen of the community, right there.
But at the same time,
what do you think?
we don't have any rivalries either. I mean, unless there are some that we don't know about.
I've never heard. Who the fuck has a rivalry in jiu-jitsu in the year 2018?
Gracie Barra, apparently.
It is the Outsiders right now.
Like, what the hell? How do you have a rivalry in jiu-jitsu in 2000? I mean, to that point. It's not like this.
That's wild. I don't think it's very common.
This ain't 1980s Baja Beach, tight undies.
Everybody come fight.
Everybody come fight on. Yeah. Man, that's awesome. I fully support that guy's actions. The chair. I'd have chaired him.
So did he throw the chair because the white belt threw fingers at him
Yeah.
after the takedown? Is that
Yeah.
what it was? And
How did he not
assaulted-
go
I mean,
to
it
jail?
kind of looked like it.
That's
yeah.
the real
I mean, that
question.
could be assault. Yeah.
How do you not get kicked out of the IBJJF for that?
Well, I mean,
I mean, we're talking about a Gracie Baja school. and-
yeah. I mean, the owner of Gracie Baja
Baja
owns
is
the IBJJF,
IBJJF.
so or last time I checked, he did. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm just the low man on the totem pole. I got one stripe, so don't take my word for it.
Do you know
What?
the analogy low man on the totem pole actually means the most respected person because that was the person that was put there first.
That's right. So I should be the low man on the fucking totem pole.
There you go. Just making sure you got your analogies correct.
Oh my goodness.
That was crazy. I think I don't know that he meant to throw the chair at the guy because I've done that before. Well, I just like pick something up and I want to throw it,
Yeah.
but not like directly at somebody.
What was the last time that you picked something up and threw something at someone in anger?
Yeah, seriously. Tell us. Give us the last time.
I can't tell you, man. I don't
Last
get angry
night?
like that. I know, right? No, I don't get angry like that.
No, are you from Fayetteville?
I've been there for most of my life, 25 years.
So you grew up in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So you definitely threw a fucking chair at somebody.
Yeah.
You know Big Noah Steer?
I do. I've worked at GNC for 9 years. So that's a nutrition company. So I'm very familiar with Noah Steer. He's huge. That's one
He's a
big.
big giant man.
that's one
Pull
big
him up. Let's
MFer.
see him too.
Noah Steer?
It's like if I mean you could.
You got any
Google-
videos of him
what
throwing
is it?
chairs?
No, I don't think so. He's really nice too, but I could see that.
Well, that guy's. I mean, he's nice.
But if you Google like world's tallest bodybuilder or something like
Oh, really?
that, Noah Steer is ridiculously tall.
How tall is he?
And his neck is
He's
the
about
size of
6'7".
both your arms put
He's about
together.
300 pounds.
Yeah, he's huge. What is this?
Big Noah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he is big.
yeah. So he actually has a nutrition store right off.
Yep,
Base?
Steer's Nutrition, yep.
Hey, can you pull up?
And he's nice. He even gives discounts to us
Really?
whenever we come in. Yeah, for
He's
sure.
a big dude. How tall
Yeah.
you think he is?
He's about 6'7".
6'7"?
It says he's 6'6", over 350 pounds in the off season.
That is a big.
So he
dude.
doesn't compete anymore.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get him off there. Can you
I heard he
pull?
has 5 kids.
Can you
too.
pull Helton Cruz up
That's a
on that?
lot.
I'm sure I can.
Face
What are we talking
You were
about?
just
right
FaceTime
trying to
him.
start shit.
FaceTime him so he can see the trophy that I'm about to go melt down.
now? You can't. This would burn.
Oh, really?
It's plastic.
Are you serious?
Wait. Okay. No.
They gave one plastic trophy. They're that cheap. Naga,
It's so light.
No, I can't pull up Elton Cruz.
you can't pull him up?
Nope.
You're not friends with him?
I can't pull up Facebook yet on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
I haven't done the
That's
the
bad.
grunt work for
That's
that.
bad. So this Saturday, July 28th, are you coming to the Galval seminar?
I really wanted to. It's expensive.
But you've already came up here
I know.
for this, so now you can't afford to come back. Right?
You should stay up
Maybe
here all
I can
weekend.
make it for Bouchesha. Huh?
You
No,
should stay up here all weekend.
Just
I
stay up
got
here.
plans.
Wait, I think I might have found some Elton. Nope, is that Elton Jiu-Jitsu? Nope, that's Elton. Nope. That ain't.
I haven't decided if I'm coming or not. If not, I'm just gonna go open
You should
mat
come.
for free.
Nick, any way you can give me some power on my phone?
You have a plug over there, I believe, and there should be a wall plug.
I heard Galval's worth every penny though.
You keep stealing the wall plugs. Exciting podcast radio right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're pulling out the plug. We have the plug in hand. The plug is going into the socket. He's looking at the ends.
Yeah, but I don't have a.
I
There it
haven't.
is. The
I
plug
don't
is
have
in.
it with me.
Yeah, I need something.
Does it not go right into the socket that I put on the wall? Is there not a USB adapter receiver? No. Son of a bitch. I will find one.
I feel like
You carry the show. I'll go look
I
for
feel
the
like
technical
I
stuff.
feel like a stepchild right now because I don't have a. So tell us how long did it take you to get here from Fayetteville?
Took me, what, like 3 hours?
3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two.
All right.
Yeah. Like 3 hours.
What do you
what?
do with the trophy? Was it blocking the camera view? Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, Britt, Hey, Nick, bring the trophy back over here so we can put it over. I should put it over here. Well, eventually I'm gonna get some.
I love chat.
So, did you watch the Daniel Cormier Stipe fights?
I didn't.
You didn't? You don't
No.
watch MMA?
No, I do watch MMA. I just didn't watch that one.
Are you serious? That was the biggest
Yeah.
fight of the year.
What?
How
When
could you-
was it?
2 Saturdays ago.
2 Saturdays ago. I don't know. It's not. It was. If it was on pay-per-view, there's a good chance. I'm not paying for it, and also I was probably like at home. I stay at home a lot. I just got back from Canada too.
Is that you got that tattoo in Canada?
What? No, I've had that one. For
It
a
looked
long
like you
time.
was looking at the.
No, I was looking at my watch.
We get a Mission 22 tattoo.
So
I
what?
actually don't have one. I have a
We get Mission
22 tattoo.
Well, that 22 heart on the back of your foot looks like a Mission 22 in
Yeah.
heart.
So tell us what Mission 22 is, please.
Hold on, I want to pull the video first.
Somebody give me a brief rundown. Well, you can't show it online anyway.
Well, they can hear it. Let me pull that.
Oh, you're not. Are you? Gonna,
I'm going to pull it back up. Yep.
So Mission 22 started out as an awareness campaign for the most part, and then it turned into a full-blown not-for-profit charity organization to help prevent veteran suicide. It's awesome, and because we have so many ambassadors, that's what we call our volunteers. Because of everything that they do, they just do it in their free time whenever they can. It helps keep all of the money within Mission 22 so that it can go to treatment programs for veterans. That includes equestrian, believe it or not, service dogs, holistic wellness, of course, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We provide veterans with gym memberships so they can train Jiu-Jitsu, even just regular gym. Hyperbaric treatment, which is oxygen deprivation type stuff. That's actually in Fayetteville, believe it or not.
And all of this stuff helps veterans deal with PTSD.
PTS and TBI related.
Traumatic brain injury.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm. So it's definitely helpful. A lot of people think that it's, that they have to, buy a T-shirt or buy this, and that's not it at all. Like buying a T-shirt's not gonna. Of course, it's gonna help fund the treatment programs, but it's more about the awareness and the stigma of veteran suicide and how it affects people every day. Like 20 to 22 veterans daily take their lives. It's crazy. That's a large number.
That's a huge number.
And
That's a huge number.
And I read that and that's just like what's actually reported. I think California and Texas didn't even report. So
And this started with doing 22 push-ups for 22 days. It was the first year that they did it.
so that that wasn't Mission 22
That wasn't
related
you
that
guys?
I know of. Mission 22 actually started about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like I said, just an awareness campaign, and they erected an art statue of, it was called Soaring, and it was like these leaves, and it was in Indiana. Oh, I want to talk about something about that too. But after that, that's when it turned into like a big, like then they started the social media campaign, and then it just turned into they got all their stuff together where it could be a nonprofit organization. We actually have one of the other phases of Mission 22 is that we did it's called the War at Home Memorial, and it's 22 silhouettes of different soldiers that had taken their lives, and it's a moving monument. And right now it's on the East Coast in Norfolk, Virginia, and it's going to be there until I think November. So it's amazing, and it's breathtaking, and everybody should go out and see it before it moves.
Do you want to play this and put the microphone up near the speaker real fast?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I don't know which. Now the 22 push-ups is really for awareness. So
I knew it was associated to them because I did it one of the first. That's fine. Just leave it there and hold the full
oh,
thing
it's
up.
definitely a big thing, and it definitely is helpful.
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also
This must be a
warriors
recent
let other
video.
warriors know
Let's see
that
this
there
one.
is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased, more proud. It was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our
That's the one that I was talking about right there.
awareness of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do. To always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as silhouette to cut out of 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
So I come back, and like I thought everybody else changed. I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it, because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL, hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, a million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged, didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them with resources and opportunity right now.
Yeah, so a lot of people are turned off by charity organizations because they misuse the funds. But we put almost 90% of the funds, like whenever we sell shirts and things like that, they go straight to veterans and into veteran treatment programs, like to put them through these programs. And then the other part of it just goes to merchandise. There's only like 3 or 4 like paid people at Mission 22
Well, I
in
mean,
the entire country.
everything has
That's
an
it.
expense. I mean,
Right,
so-
exactly. And like I said, it isn't about the T-shirts and stuff like that, but those T-shirts and the stickers and, you know, everything else, they and the patches that we put on our gis, like they start a conversation. Like, what is Mission 22? Oh, here, let me tell you about it. It's about awareness.
So how can we help?
You can go to www.mission22.com. All the information that you need is there. You can even, if you know a veteran in need, you can even have them sign up to participate in one of our treatment programs. And we have so many, and we work with different organizations like Weedify and Fayetteville Hyperbarics. And there's different, because we know like not all treatment, like nobody's the same. We all need different forms of therapy. It's not like the VA. They just, they give you a checklist and tell you what's wrong with you, and they're like, oh, here's some counseling. It's not the same for everybody. So.
Did you serve?
No, I didn't. So a lot of people that already know me know that my late boyfriend was active duty Army. He was in Ranger Battalion. He served for 18 and a half years, and he died by suicide in November 2016. And that's how I got involved with Mission 22. I found it. I found it like on his Facebook, like in his Facebook groups. I found Mission 22 BJJ, and I reached out in there, and then somebody reached out to me, and that's how I got involved with them. And then they had a charity banquet, and I was able to go there, and they raised money for him. New Defions, which is in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's a apparel and gi company. They raised money for him and sold T-shirts and
what's the name of it again?
New Defion.
Okay.
NOUS space DEF.
Are they still around?
Yeah, Jeff Perez, he's black belt.
Okay.
How do you spell their website out again one more time?
Which one?
The new
the New Defions. And it was limited time. I don't think they're gonna have them anymore. But they're just one of the companies that supports Mission 22 and We Defy Foundation. I can hook you guys up with all these. I got so many websites.
Well, definitely, and we'll post them as many places that we possibly can.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If they're still selling gis and contributing
they dropped some gis, and they actually I don't know if you've ever seen me wear it, but there was like a Mission 22 gi.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, so Show Your Roll actually put that out.
Awesome.
And with the help of New Defions, and that's what the charity banquet was essentially for. And I think they raised like $30,000 or something crazy like that from the gis, awesome. and all of it went to Mission 22 and treatment programs like that, or charities like that. And but yeah, so and that was one of the things that like convinced me to start training jiu-jitsu too. Is so my late boyfriend was a purple belt at Team Rock.
Yep.
And before that, like I'd never trained. He never like pushed me to train, which is kind of crazy. Like I wish he would have. Like we would have been awesome. But once I started with Mission 22, I realized how big of an impact like jiu-jitsu is, especially with veterans, and especially like where I am, like at Fort Bragg. Many of my teammates are serve in the Army, and I saw the impact that MMA and jiu-jitsu made on my late boyfriend Grant, and it kept him around for a really long time. Like he trained every single day. Yeah. If he didn't go to the gym, I knew something was wrong.
Right.
So that really motivated me not only to participate with Mission 22, but to start training jiu-jitsu. Because I after he passed, like a few months after that, I was having my own like mental health issues because I had like suppressed the grief for a really long time.
Right.
So I thought if it was helping him, it's got to help me, right? And I've never been happier. Yeah. Like I got to meet cool people. Like I guess you guys.
She guesses us.
I mean, my teammates embraced me. They all knew him, and they embraced me. And I was a part of the family before I even started training. We did.
That's a tight knit group down there at Fort Bragg.
It really is, and we motivate each other and we push each other, and we even have done charity roles to help support his kids. He had 4 children. They've always supported me on stuff like that, and given me a place to do the charity roles, and yeah, it's an awesome group. And I really love jiu-jitsu just because of things like that, and I think about how much it can help, especially in these like the We Defy Foundation was veteran founded out with Alan Shabaro, and they do so much for the community, just giving people or giving veterans these memberships to train jiu-jitsu. Like it's like none other. It's awesome. I'll forever support organizations like that. So,
well, I've got a soft spot for the military and our all of our armed servicemen and women, and I would hope that anyone watching this podcast, that this would motivate you to, look up Mission 22, get involved. And it's not just Mission 22. There's several other organizations.
There's so many, but you can definitely trust that Mission 22 is putting your money towards treatment programs directly.
Yes. So hopefully anybody watching this motivates you. If it's just one person to get involved and do something, and like you said, awareness.
Yeah.
And is huge.
Yeah, and you don't have to be an ambassador to do anything for Mission 22. We have a lot of people that support us that aren't like ambassadors. Just talking about it in general, just hearing about it right now, and whenever somebody that's a service member comes to you and says like, hey, I'm having some issues, like, oh, you should, like, me and you together, Well, let's check out Mission 22 and see what they can do for you. Never like push somebody off. Like if they're coming to you, they trust you.
Right.
You know. So.
Right. Yeah. Nick, you got anything on that subject, man?
I'm good.
You're good.
I mean, I got a lot on that subject, but
yeah,
I'm just gonna let. I mean, it's a very near and dear thing to my heart. So.
Nick was former military.
Oh
also.
yeah, thank you.
No,
yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Duty deserves no thanks.
Yeah.
Well, that may be true, but thank you regardless. Thank you. All right. So and for you, I didn't know you until recently.
Yeah.
But I knew your boyfriend Grant.
Yeah.
And
did you ever meet him?
Yes, I met him. I didn't just meet him. I actually cornered him in one of his fights
you did?
up in Virginia. Yeah, the Team Rock guys couldn't make it up there, and Coach Seth sent me a message and said, hey, or maybe it was Jesse. Maybe it was Jesse Herzog. I think it was Jesse. It was either Jesse, Kyle, or Coach Seth.
Yeah.
Sent me a message and said, hey, there's one of our guys is up there. Can you take care of him?
Is this when he was still amateur?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I met Grant.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just took a liking to him like I already had for the other guys.
Yeah.
I used to. It's funny. I used to get accused. I wasn't in the military. Okay. I lived in Charlotte. Before I lived in Charlotte, I lived in Asheville, which is even further than Charlotte to Fort Bragg.
Ooh.
But I used to get accused constantly when I was the matchmaker for Fight Lab and Warfare of playing favorites with the Team Rock guys in Fayetteville. And you used to piss
we
people
have
off.
some phenomenal fighters.
Hey, I used to be like, you know what?
And we show up and show out.
Well, that's what I said. So that those guys show up and they fight hard, and it's not my fault they win. I said, but I'll be honest on this one. I do play favorites with them because I got a soft spot for those guys because I love me some me, and they keep my ass safe.
Yeah.
And I do not understand how anyone else in the United States could not at least have a selfish explanation like I just gave to have a soft spot for the United States military. I mean, I listen to some of the foolishness that people say, and I'm like, man, do you not like living? They keep your ass safe whether you know it or not. But I knew Grant, put him on several cards, talked to him, had a lot of good conversations, and he was a good man.
He was great. Yeah,
he was
really
guy.
well liked, and like it's funny that his last fight was about a month and a half before he died, but it was his second pro fight, and he took the fight on like 5 days notice, and it was not at his weight class. It was at his regular weight, which I wasn't happy about it because he hadn't been training for a fight. I mean, he was always training. But he just took the fight, and I was like, I can't believe you wouldn't talk to me about this. Like, I was really nervous because I looked up the guy, and the guy was freaking huge. Yeah, he was like 220 pounds, like just regular. But he cut to 175, and I was like, well, if he's cutting to 175, like by the time the fight goes on, he can easily be back up to 195 or something, something crazy like that. But Grant's like regular weight was 175, and he fought at 145, 155. Yeah. So the guy was much taller. Grant wasn't a very tall guy. He was like maybe 5'9" or 5'10", something like that. But he went in there and he won it. And I was really excited because I had full confidence in him, but this fight kind of scared me because he just hadn't prepared for it. It was a really good fight, and I was really proud of him. That was his first pro win. Yeah. Too.
Well, one thing about Grant that rang true, and any of the guys at Fort Bragg,
Oh, they don't back down from a
No.
fight.
And at the end of the day, man,
They'll take your fight.
you're fighting against a mental toughness that's not going to be found anywhere else in the MMA community. I mean, that is a guaranteed. Anybody that has came out of that school and that program, from Tim Kennedy all the way down to whatever rookies you have down there now, those guys are tough.
They're insane fighters, and I see the commitment and the dedication from them every single day, and I'm really blown away by their dedication.
You all right over there, big dog?
I'm good.
We love you, man.
So since we're talking about my fighters out of Team Rock, James Quigg has a fight coming up.
Yeah, he just fought on Fight Lab.
Yeah, he took that fight on short notice.
Dude, that was the absolutely worst possible fight that he could have took on short notice.
I looked up the guy after, and I was like, man, this guy ain't playing
that's
around
the
here
guy.
either. Yeah.
Tony Gravely at 135 in the southeastern United States is the guy. He's not a guy. He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the best guy. And I mean, he's beat Keith Richardson. He's beat James Quigg. He's beat Dylan Calla. He's beat everybody that you could possibly think of, man. And for
So he's
Quigg,
just looking for the next challenge.
yeah, for Quigg to step up and fight that guy and to hang in there.
Well, we don't like I said, we don't back down.
No, there's no back. There's no, listen. You know what I always
What's
say.
he gonna say? No, I don't want to fight that guy.
Look,
heck no, you're not gonna hear that from him.
If you would read my posts more often,
Well,
you would hear the terminology
just tag me in the ones that you think are relevant.
the disease.
He'll tag you in everything, then.
I know. I always
don't
see
tell him
like
that.
Michael Allen is with like 100 people, and I'm just like, my God.
The disease that is overrunning the United States right now, bitch assedness. There is no bitch
is
assedness.
there a cure for it?
No, there's no
No.
cure. Unfortunately, there's
Bullet in
no
the
cure.
brain.
There's no cure. There's no. Hold on,
That's bad.
wait a minute, guys.
Well, anyway, Quigg's next fight is August 11th in Salem, Virginia.
And say, I don't.
And even sooner than that is Damon the Diamond Blackshear.
You know who I like down there?
Down where? Me?
Down at Fort Bragg. Well, yes.
I'm a phenomenal fighter.
Oh, God, he's starting shit again.
Anyway, Damon Blackshear's fight is August 3rd.
I like Isaiah Monroe,
Isaiah Monroe is
the money
really
man.
good.
I call him the money man. We're calling Helton Cruz right now.
God. You should have told me. I would have plugged it into the board.
I think Damon's fight is in Massachusetts or something like that. Maryland, something with an M.
He denied you.
Don't kill me.
Does that mean it was denied?
He denied you.
That means it was
Where is
denied?
this at?
Are you serious?
Yep. He's really mad at you.
Are you serious?
He's really mad at you.
I don't care.
He's going to come over here with Evania Oliveira.
I care about that.
I'm trying to find out where this casino is where he's having his
Does that
fights
really
at.
mean he denied me?
Probably.
Or it just went to voicemail?
I really feel like that's irrelevant right now. Like I'm trying to find where my teammate's fighting.
Your teammate?
Where is this
Which
at?
one? Let me see.
Damon, I think it's in Massachusetts because I remember like why I was
me
telling
see.
him why
The
are you,
Mohegan Sun?
no that's not his poster, but it's the same place.
Yeah, that's up in Massachusetts.
it's
That's
in
CES.
Massachusetts. Yeah, because
That's
he just recently had a fight in Maine
Yeah.
and he won
Damon's
that.
tough. Damon's tough.
Wow, he's crazy
Yeah.
good. He
Yeah,
just
he's
got
crazy.
promoted. He
He's
just got
very good.
promoted to brown belt.
But he did lose.
By the way.
He did lose to Keith Richardson. He did lose to Keith. And he did lose to Tony Gravely.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Everybody's lost. That's another person Tony Gravely beat.
Also, Josh Steedley is having a fight too.
Oh, is he still around?
He
I like
is.
that guy.
He is. He's
How
on
old is
the
he now?
he's on the same card as Quigg in
Really?
Salem, Virginia. Yeah,
Okay.
August 11th,
Awesome.
and also Jodonis Edwards.
I
We
forgot
have
about
a
Jodonis.
Jonatas.
Jodonis.
He's Joe
Oh,
Donis.
Jodonis.
We have a Jonatas. Speaking of Jonatas Gomez, 2016 blue belt world runner-up, 2017 purple belt world runner-up, and now he's here at Checkmate Charlotte.
Brown belt.
Come get some.
Come get some.
And also, Damon has a fight on September 22nd. I'm just like,
She
reading.
is
I
that- where's that
gotta
at?
shout. I gotta
She
shout
is
all these
taking-
out.
Where's Damon
No,
fighting at?
Get the airtime.
Well, his,
Get it out.
It's September 22nd. He has a fight in Greenville,
South Carolina?
so- North Carolina.
North Carolina. Who's
So-
putting that fight on?
NLFC.
Next level. Fight
next level,
championship. Next level fight championship.
But yeah, Jodonis is another one of our guys that is so good, and he always enters the like the Army Combatives tournaments, and he wins them every year.
So the Brazilian racist post is going crazy on
Is
my
that still
Facebook.
happening right now?
Yeah, people's on there commenting. I think they're stuck in a war of words. It's funny because none of them are Brazilian.
Stirring the pot.
I'm not stirring the pot. I just made an interesting post. You ever notice I make the post and I
Stirring
sort
the
of
post?
disappear back into the bushes?
Well, because that is called stirring the pot.
What? When I
Because
disappear from
you,
the
you sit back and you wait for the most repulsive comment, and then you jump back in.
but then I leave again.
Yes, then you leave again.
Well,
You're a professional at that. You have a black belt in social media.
thank you.
Rachel, are you thirsty?
No.
Would you like a nice cold
I'm
beverage?
still trying to choke this stuff down.
Don't ever call my India Pale Ale stuff. Hi, lie.
Is that how you say it?
Hi, lie.
I just sent him a picture of the trophy. I just sent Helton a picture of the trophy.
Stirring the fucking pot again.
That's not stirring the
He's
pot.
going to drive up here and shoot us.
He's gonna be like, "Where are your other 2 trophies?"
He's not coming up here to shoot us. His wife won't let him.
That's true. She has a pretty cush job now.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna message him tonight, and I'm gonna get him to. I'm gonna talk shit to him, get him to come up here, and then I'm
You
gonna
should take
hold
a
on.
picture of it and post
Hold
it
on.
everywhere.
I'm gonna lock the door instead.
Stand on the outside.
With a trophy in your hand.
With the trophy in my hand. Oh my goodness. So, what do you guys think? All kidding aside, let's go back to this. Cormier, Daniel Cormier
Oh, wow, we
versus
circled-
Stipe Miocic.
Wait, speaking of
circle on
Janatis,
Hey, there.
come here.
You were barely mentioned.
We did mention you on.
We did
Just
mention
because your
you.
name sounded like somebody else's.
Come in front of the camera. Wave.
Just put your hand
Come
out
right here.
there.
Come right here. Come right here.
We're learning him English right
Wait.
now.
Learning him English.
Yeah, say hello, everybody.
Wait.
You're live right now
On the
camera.
world.
Hello,
El mundo.
El Mundo.
See.
Jonara Gomes here.
There you go.
Charlotte. Us.
Us.
We need to get some Brazilians.
What does
that Team
El
Rock.
Mundo mean? What the hell?
The world.
The world?
The
El
world.
Mundo?
Yep, El mundo.
El Mundo?
Yep.
That's too many words for the world.
The world.
El
Just- No, El
L.
mundo.
El.
E-L.
El Mundo.
El mundo.
El Mundo. I know how to say car. Cajo.
Engard.
Gaji. Gaji. I'm doing good, man.
We're gonna get a class in
Passe.
in
Pache.
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 Pache de Guaja.
Yeah.
Not the Renato Laranjaha Portuguese. The real Portuguese.
He's trying to teach me, man.
I'm sure that's
He just
going
he
great.
just laughs at me. He just, it's a lost cause. My country ass, I can barely speak English, let alone damn Portuguese. Could you imagine how fucked up my accent must sound in Portuguese? I bet they would look at me and be like, "What are you saying?"
There's got to be like redneck hillbillies from.
Did you just call me a fucking redneck
Yeah, I
hillbilly?
called you a redneck hillbilly.
Okay, well, we'll see tomorrow
least-
morning
at
at
least
6
a
a.m.
hillbilly.
class.
You'll check me out on
I
camera
bet
anyway.
I bet I won't be a redneck hillbilly in the morning. You asshole.
But I bet there are people that have different accents from different parts of Brazil. You redneck hillbilly.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think
Maybe it's just maybe not an accent. Maybe like a different dialect.
Different dialect tone.
Yeah.
So I have people on my Facebook right now commenting on the drag queen, and
Oh,
at the same
God.
today they're still commenting on it, and now somebody's commenting on the Brazilian post.
Is this on your page or on the
Yeah,
bread's post?
It's on my page.
It's on
Your
his
page.
personal page.
I need to start putting that stuff up on the bread.
No.
No, because that will destroy our brand.
What? Why?
It's just his name on it, really.
Do you see anything wrong with my posts? Be
I don't
honest.
even see your posts.
See, she don't
So-
even see them.
Because you don't tag her.
Don't.
Don't tag you.
If you tag me, all I do is like turn off all notifications. I do that for everything
Why would you do that?
She won't.
because I don't like to be bugged.
It's not gonna bug. Trust me, it's the greatest form of entertainment on Facebook right
it
now.
is.
If
Pretty-
it's
it is pretty
really
good.
important, I will turn on the notifications
what,
myself.
It's not important, but
Listen,
it's pretty fucking funny.
Ask anybody at Team Rock, the fighters, say how entertaining is Brett's Facebook page. Ask Coach Sess next time you
They're
see
gonna
him.
be like, who?
No, I promise you they won't.
They will know who the Brett is.
Listen, ask Damon, ask Paris, Say how entertaining.
Oh, they would never say a bad word. Oh, you were talking about Isaiah earlier.
Yeah.
He does fight out of Team Rock in general, but he mostly trains in Southern Pines now. But he trains with us, obviously.
Oh, okay.
He's back and
Who's
forth.
in Southern Pines?
Team Rock, Southern Pines.
Oh, Team Rock Southern Pines. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no other school down there, is there?
I don't know. They also do taekwondo there. I think it's It's just like a martial arts academy.
Okay, that's where man, I can't remember his name. The jiu-jitsu instructor that used
Roy
to be
Marsh.
there. Yeah, Roy
Yeah,
Marsh.
Roy
He
Marsh,
moved
yep.
to Germany now, though. He's not there anymore.
He has an academy there now.
Yeah.
So who owns it now?
Lee King is the coach there.
Lee
Okay.
King. Okay. And who teaches jiu-jitsu there?
Lee.
No, Lee.
Lee. What is Lee a black belt?
No, he's a brown
He's
belt.
He's a brown belt.
That's what I thought. Okay.
He's a brown
He's
belt.
a brown belt. All black belts are at Team Rock, Fayetteville.
Yeah. Apparently.
Half the black belts in North Carolina are at Team Rock, Fayetteville.
How do you say goodbye, Janatus, in
Hold on,
Portuguese?
wait. I know.
Portuguese.
I know how to say it. Wait a minute. Goodbye in Portuguese. Goodbye, ja.
No, oh my god.
Goodbye, ja.
Who? Boa noite?
Boa noite.
No, that's good night.
Buonanotte.
Yeah, he's saying
No,
good
goodbye.
Buona notte.
How do you say goodbye? Who?
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. That's it.
That's Italian.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
Buonanotte.
Ciao. All right.
Buongiorno.
That's Italian, isn't it?
Very close. I mean, they're all Romance languages.
That's a great point.
Portuguese, French.
So, guys, we got to circle back. You guys keep ignoring me. Daniel Cormier, Stipe Miocic. What do you
See, I
think?
can't speak on this. You can go ahead.
What do you mean you can't
What do
speak
you
on
mean
it?
you can't speak on
I can't
this?
speak on it. I don't want. I told you, if it's a pay-per-view and I have to pay for it, chances are I'm not going out to a bar to watch it, and I'm gonna be at home not paying for it because I don't have cable. So,
There
can-
is UFC Fight Pass.
which I'm also not gonna pay for. I pay for Flow Grappling.
You get it for
Flow
like
Sports.
you get it free for the first month. Just watch this fight and then cancel it.
That's true.
Or I can just wait until the fight's over and watch it on YouTube, which I also didn't do.
Dang.
That's a good point too.
I know.
She makes good points.
She does.
I mean, all I got to do is wait for the second the fight is over for everybody to post about it. Save me $60 or however much pay per view
But
is.
isn't there some fun in sitting there and watching it live?
Oh yeah, if you have friends, which I don't.
You have no friends.
No, I
No
have-
one
I
at
have
Team
my-
Rock would come over
No, I
and
have my
split the
team.
bill with you.
No, I have my teammates. No, people did text about it. I just didn't answer. Which I love them. I'm just not very social, except for when I'm at the gym.
You're not a social butterfly.
I'm not a social butterfly.
Okay. Except unless you're on
So
the mat.
what is your
Yeah.
normal day like?
Oh my gosh, it's very normal and the same all the time, which is why I take like such crazy vacations. Is because my normal life. I have an 8-year-old daughter, so basically I don't sleep well at night, and I wake up early in the morning, and during this school time, I take her to school. I head straight to work. I head straight to the gym because it's only 5 minutes from my work. So sometimes I can get there a little bit early and get a workout in before jujitsu. I do jujitsu. I get my daughter and I go home. Or she's already at home.
You said you take crazy vacations.
Yeah, last week I was in Canada, and
What's the craziest vacation you've
that
taken?
would probably be it.
Canada?
Well, I went to.
You
listen,
went to Canada.
Yeah, so I have a friend who's an adaptive grappler, and he's on a jiu-jitsu seminar tour teaching his adaptive moves to people.
Brian?
No, Pete McGregor, which Brian does know. That's how I met Pete.
Did Brian tell you came down here?
Yeah, he took. Man, I saw that Brian was here, but he was picking up Rafa from the airport, another adaptive grappler. So I understand, but I even texted him before I came here, and I was like, hey man, just because I have to go through Rockingham to get here anyway, and I was like, if you want to come with me, you can. But he just pulled his hamstring or something. It's really bad. But anyway, so I was up in Canada visiting my friend Pete, and was able to participate in a couple of the seminars. So it was really good stuff, and Montreal was beautiful. So
Real quick, tell the viewers what adaptive grappling is.
So I'm not the greatest person to speak on it, but I do know several adaptive grapplers. Basically, it's anybody with any type of disability just training jiu-jitsu, and literally anybody can train jiu-jitsu. It's not something that you have to have full movement for, and that's what was great about attending these seminars and even just knowing Brian. And like I'll go to Brian's house and train with him, and he teaches me things because obviously I'm a white belt and I'm slower than most people, and I don't like
you
all
mean
the
you mean
fancy
you're a white
moves.
belt? You don't know more than the black belt from watching YouTube?
No.
Okay. You're a good white belt.
Yeah, I'll probably admit that I don't know anything.
You need to move to Charlotte.
That's why I have so many like jiu-jitsu friends. Like they teach me everything.
I got blue belts that think they know more than me.
Hush.
But anyway, at these seminars, he was just taking the moves that some of us already know, like what was he like a crucifix, but like most people use.
Oh, I know the part to teach crucifix.
Yeah, but you know how to do it with your legs, right?
No, I was going to say John Piper can do it with his pinky finger.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was like and sweeps without having to use your legs, and there's all different types of things that it's just crazy. And I like that for my game because I am fairly slow. Like I have to like process things in my head before my body will start moving. So, and it takes longer than normal. I don't like just react with stuff. I have to like think about the next move, and that could just be my white beltedness. But I think that's me as a person, and I like accepting that. Is this a video of Brian?
Adaptive Grappling, North Carolina BJJ Championships, the good fight.
Oh.
Yeah, but see, the problem is the viewers can't see this.
They can.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Oh, who put this up? Neil put this up.
Hold on, let me see if I can get right to the grappling.
Yeah, so this was recent. This is when all of them, there was like 7 or 8 of them here, training jiu-jitsu for a week together.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it's really important too because and I went down there and I rolled with all these guys. There's a picture on my Instagram, but
where was this? Do
it's
you know?
crazy because they all have different disabilities, and you learn so much from each one of them. Like I rolled with every single one of them, and I learned something different from each of them.
You know what? Hey, stop that for a minute.
Like Neil
wanna,
he'll let you take his back, and then he'll freaking wrist lock you or heel hook you or something crazy. Because I got on his back and I was like, oh yeah, I got his back, and then he freaking
here's a question for both of you guys. So we've been sitting here for an hour and a half, and in an hour and a half, we have concluded that jiu-jitsu saves the lives of military vets.
Saves lives.
We've come to the conclusion that jiu-jitsu helps military vets deal with their current PTSD. We've come to the conclusion that jiu-jitsu helps grieving girlfriends and widows deal with things. We've come to the conclusion that jiu-jitsu helps people with disabilities. Why the fuck, with all these problems in the world, is everybody not just fucking doing jiu-jitsu? Now, I know the answer. It's because bitch-assness is taking over. But
that wasn't my answer, but okay.
But seriously, think about this shit for a minute.
I think people are not necessarily afraid, but they're more hesitant to train jiu-jitsu, which is why like anybody that I meet, I encourage them to train, because if I can do it, most certainly anybody can do it. I think a lot of people think that they have to be in shape to do it. My shape is round, and I still train jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you tell people that you'll kick
helps.
their ass?
No.
Like when you try to encourage them to come?
No, I'm like,
because he does.
Like we can beat each other up, and it'll be great.
What are you trying to say? I do.
Do you threaten people to get them in here? Because that's not. The
I
way
do. I tell them get their ass in here. I'm going to cut their throat.
Okay.
I mean, we need new
that
students.
Would make
no.
That would
that's
make
not
me
what I mean.
not want to go.
Okay. Well, I just figured out from both of your answers
kidding.
why people don't train jiu-jitsu. You just said you look at them and go, "Hey, come on in. We'll beat each other up." Nobody fucking wants to come in,
Yeah.
so you
Get
can
beat
beat
up.
them up.
Yeah.
You should look at them and go, "Come on in, and you can beat me up."
No.
that
But
how-
I
is that how
can't
it
say
works?
that.
I don't know, but
I'm not a really good liar.
It's really sad that more people don't do. If more people smoked weed and did jiu-jitsu, the world would be a better
God,
place.
it would so much be a better place.
But I think that a lot of people have like preconceived
True.
notions of training jiu-jitsu. Like before I trained jiu-jitsu, I had not done any type of contact, like sport, martial arts, anything. I'm not
Never.
athletic.
Nothing.
Never. I tried out for volleyball. I didn't get it, and I brought water to the track team. So that was the extent of I'm a great support system.
That's worthy of a letter. You got a letter for it.
Yeah, no.
They
I
didn't
can't
even-
believe I didn't make volleyball because I really tried. But anyway, the reason I started to train jujitsu
Volleyball's overrated.
was mainly for my mental health. I needed something for me to do because I realized like I was surrounded by my grief. I still had to be a mother. I still had to have a full-time job where I had responsibilities, a lot of responsibilities at my job. And I was like, you know, every day I take care of my kid and I go to work, and those things are fine and those things are great, but I wasn't like happy in my head and I didn't have anything for me. I was taking care of everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's also how I encourage people. Like, if you want something to do that's for yourself, train jujitsu, because there's nothing like getting on the mat and having to fend for yourself and take care of yourself on the mats. So it's awesome, and I love it. And my first jiu-jitsu competition earlier this year was my first competition in anything ever. So
How'd you do?
I lost, but I had a great time,
Well, no,
and I got a
you
medal.
actually
so,
won. You
Well, yeah,
actually
because I got
won.
on the mats, but I actually lost like in within seconds.
Hey, don't make fun of that, because there's a lot of bitch-made motherfuckers out there that won't get on the mat.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of and this is not to go along with what you just said about bitch acidness, but I do know several black belts don't even compete.
Yeah.
They just train, and that's fine.
Yeah. No,
I
just
wanted
call it
to-
what it is. Just go ahead and call
Nope,
it bitch ass.
I'm not gonna say that.
It's okay for you to be a white belt and come on the
I
Bread's
can't.
Kitchen and say black belt.
Nope.
It gets hot in here.
not
Don't
gonna
worry
say
about
it.
it.
It's okay.
I can't
We don't
say it.
get you another one of these JL.
No, my face
drink
will
that.
get red and
Drink
stuff.
Drink that.
No.
Chug it.
No,
And then call 'em a bunch
I
of
can't
bitch
say
asses.
that, but it was for me. And anyways, I had a great time, and I was with my team.
Yeah.
And my team was a great support, and I trained my ass off for it. And even though I lost, I know people say like you win or you learn. Like, I mean, I lost. Like, but I did learn a lot from. You learn from your mistakes in
You had
all
fun,
in
though,
all
didn't
absolutely.
I could tell.
My heart was pounding, my fingers hurt, and
Yeah.
whenever I got off the mats, I was smiling, and my teammates were right there with me, and that's another really important component of jiu-jitsu is like having a solid team. You're not by yourself ever.
Yeah.
You know,
Hold that thought for a minute, Nick.
Sir.
where should I hold it?
Speaking of I like her. Speaking of jiu-jitsu and solid teams and solving the world's problems with jiu-jitsu, is your boy? Let's go to your boy, the Don, who would obviously be a black belt if he trained jiu-jitsu.
He's a black belt right now.
He probably is.
He
We
just
don't
keeps
know.
it in his hair.
Well, you know he
Keeps it in
he
his hair.
he did
Pull up a picture right now.
he did yeah pull up the Don's hair. We got to see it. Are you sure the online viewers can see the Don?
The Don, they can see, the online viewers can see the Don. I want to just type in Donald Trump Jiu-Jitsu and see what comes
I'm
up.
gonna before this goes away. If you want to look up anything more on adaptive jiu-jitsu, you can just go to their Instagrams. Brian's Instagram is wheelchair
They have a Trump.
jitsu, and Pete, who's on his adaptive jiu-jitsu seminar across Canada, is on Instagram deadweight JJ.
You're not going to believe some things I just found. The Trump Jiu-Jitsu sweep, the defense to the Donald Trump handshake,
You're lying.
Donald Trump's Jiu-Jitsu submission.
Stop.
Show it to you right now.
Is this what we're talking
What the
about?
fuck?
So you guys were talking about Donald Trump?
You want?
Yeah.
He always talks about Donald
The
Trump.
Don? You don't like the Don?
I just don't talk politics.
You know what? Oh, this is gonna be great. Let's watch this, people. That says redneck make America great again submission.
I'm here with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt John Van Buren, American Badass.
American
I
badass.
want to show you. So first, what you're gonna do is do the freedom flip, like so. You're gonna end up here in sack control, right? He's gonna push it into
I like how it has sack control.
Go back around and go
Rat.
again. Boom, I'm stepping over. This is called the border control. Remember that.
Oh my god.
Border control.
No.
And then I'm gonna start squeezing. But then to finish him off, I'm gonna step over and crank every bone in his body.
And Craig, every bone in his body. This is the best subtitles ever.
Remember, folks, Rooster ain't working. You're not using those
Rooster Hay Morgan.
Hey, You know what?
I ain't shitting you when I said it.
From now on, at Checkmate Charlotte, side control is no longer side control. It's border control.
It's border control.
I'm not bullshitting.
I like it.
Wait till tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. class.
Can you remember that border control?
Border control.
All right.
He'll remember it.
Here's the Trump sweep.
Oh, the Trump sweep. I like it. I
It's
like
like
it.
kind of like the bread basket. If they sold the bread basket, I'm.
Is he
So for
Brazilian?
everyone that can't see, we are
No,
looking up
he's
I'm just
Australian.
jiu-jitsu
I
sweep.
think. I don't know.
I think they can see it on here, right?
Yep. Called a shrimp, which Austin just learned to do the other day, by the way.
What does he call it?
This is called the Trump jiu-jitsu sweep.
You know, I've seen this.
Have you?
Needs that building.
Yeah, and it's nowhere near as good as the border control.
The border control? All
The
right.
border control series.
And that's like an Eddie Bravo term right there.
Yeah, that one was disappointed. I mean, if you're gonna,
I got
if you're
one
gonna-
more.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me say something. If you're gonna call a sweep the Trump sweep,
This is defense to the Donald Trump
that looks like
handshake.
Jeremy Rail in 30 years.
Well, it is. It's it's great.
That looks like fucking Jeremy Rail.
It's what's his Gracie. I can't remember all of them.
What's his Gracie?
It's Helson.
It's it starts with an
That
R.
is not Helson Gracie, dude.
Or is it?
Starts with an R. Sounds
Yeah.
with an H.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Wrist lock him.
Yeah. Yeah, because that works when you're at the G8 summit.
So he's saying to wrist lock the president.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
probably wasn't.
You'll get a
the-
bullet in the head from the Secret Service if you do that shit.
Yeah, that probably wasn't the best.
Border control still rules.
Yeah, we're doing border control. We're not going to do the Trump sweep or the
It is no longer side
or
control.
the defense to the Trump daddy handshake.
It is border control.
So Trump daddy of Putin, what do you think about that shit?
We'll see if it happens. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen, but just like with the Kim Jong Un stuff, we gotta wait.
Well, I mean, he did meet with Kim Jong Un,
I know, but it took like forever.
but he
and-
did it. Did Obama
I know.
do it?
No.
Did Bush do it?
Nope.
Clinton?
Nope.
Bush?
Nope.
Reagan?
Well,
Carter?
Kim Jong Il was in that place.
His daddy was.
His daddy was.
Reagan?
Kim Jong Il.
His
Nope.
daddy.
Reagan?
Nope.
Carter?
Nope.
Reagan.
Nixon?
You want to talk about Jimmy Carter?
Ford?
You want to talk about
Fuck Jimmy
Carter?
Carter, dude.
Why?
He used to interrupt my Scooby Doo. I don't like him.
There you go.
He did.
Just based on that
He's
fact alone.
very, very mad at Jimmy Carter.
I hate Jimmy Carter. He's my least favorite president of all fucking time. Jimmy Carter.
You want tell her why, please?
No.
I just told her why.
See, I
Should've-
didn't ask why though, because I
Because
know he's gonna go off
She
on
needs
it.
to know why.
I'm not gonna go off on it. I'm just.
Okay.
It's the truth.
What was your
I used
favorite
to come home.
cartoon? Wait. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
Mine.
Yep.
She's in that generation. She didn't watch cartoons.
I did so watch
That's
cartoons.
wasn't
I
real
watched,
cartoons.
Like, the 90s Nickelodeon cartoons.
That's not cartoons.
Which cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay, first off, I did watch Scooby Doo, and I still watch Scooby Doo.
Did you watch Bugs Bunny?
Um,
Elmer Fudd?
Ooh, good one.
Foghorn Leghorn?
I have seen those, but I don't know.
I'll tell you
if you're
what now,
talking
son.
about,
I'll tell
like,
you what now.
Specific, like,
Oh my goodness, she's buying time
I'm not buying
on the
time.
Looney
Searching.
Tunes.
Anyway, just finish.
Wile E. Coyote.
I know of all those, and I have seen cartoons based upon them. So don't turn this into a me thing.
That's
Go
what
ahead
that's
with
what
your
we do here.
explanation.
Jimmy Carter. I used to come home from kindergarten.
But this is the only reason why.
Yes.
This is a big.
Okay,
This is a big
alright.
reason.
Whatever
I
fucking
mean, you're
but
pretty,
back,
like-
back I was like 5 years old, 4 years old. This was a huge reason back then.
Back then.
Yes, and it's carried. I was traumatized.
Okay.
This is serious, and you're laughing at my pain
Can
and
you,
agony.
can you see the pain in his face right now? The agony.
That didn't look like pain.
It was pain.
Okay.
Okay. And I'd come home and he'd be doing his stupid State of the Union presidential addresses, which was like every month because he's a terrible president. Okay. And fucking Scooby Doo wouldn't be on. And you know, back then we only had ABC, NBC, and CBS. It's not like I
3
could
channels.
turn
It was
over.
on
to-
every channel.
It's not like yeah, exactly. It was on all 3 channels. It's not like I could turn to Nickelodeon or whatever. You know.
So this is what they mean by television ruining our youth.
Yes. Yes. It had a severe impact on my
If you would have
childhood,
never
my
had
upbringing.
television, you wouldn't have even cared about Jimmy Carter. This could be a whole different bread.
What's really sad is that I'm very serious about this, but you wouldn't
Very
want a different bread.
philosophical.
No. Okay.
No. You know,
I
this,
want-
This
I
is the
want
kindler,
this-
gentler
this
bread.
bread. This
Okay.
dude. This guy.
Okay.
This is the guy.
This is
okay?
the guy.
This is the guy you want.
Well, this is
not-
the guy I
not-
got. So
Thank you. You don't
Yeah.
want the other version,
yeah.
the alternate world version.
Even though he exists out there somewhere.
Yeah. The kinder, gentler.
You are the kindler, gentler bread.
Yeah.
Bishop bread.
Okay, so we're Bishop bread. That's right. Hey, so listen. So we're going back. Putin and Trump. Trump met with him. And Trump laid the law down to him behind closed doors. Told him, you better not have had anything to do with that election.
And
That's what he told him. There was nothing else to say. What more did you want? What's he supposed to do? I mean, all kidding aside, and I'm being serious about this.
he's
Hold
like,
on,
hey,
Nick.
thanks for really messing with Hillary's emails. I really appreciate that.
Now hold on, Nick. What did you want the motherfucker to say to him? I mean, he asked the man if he interfered in the election. The man said no. Hold on. He's the head of Russia. He's the opposite of you. What are you supposed to say if he says no? I didn't. Yes, you did. I mean,
you never wrestled a bear, and you look stupid with your shirt on a horse.
that's what he was supposed to say
yeah.
to the president of Russia.
Yep.
My
You're supposed
God.
to eye gouge him and then grab him by the head and
My
then
God.
drop him.
You want him to put the
I
border
don't think
control?
that he
And then
would
go
have ever
like
done
this.
that.
No, I think Putin would kick
Put him,
Trump's
put him
ass.
in the border control.
Put him in border control.
I honestly do think Putin would kick Trump's ass.
Oh, probably. I mean, he's definitely killed
No
more
doubt.
people than Trump.
Oh yeah, he was a KGB operative, wasn't he?
He was in the military and a KGB operative.
So he knows his shit.
And still is.
MMA Fight Camp said, Brad, what up?
MMA fight camp.
Yeah.
Tell him I said, what is going
I
on?
mean, he can probably hear you. So
What's up, MMA fight camp? Who is that, Coach Sess?
I don't know. If this is Sess, you just use our code word.
Code word Sess.
If you guys were Sess, you would know.
So, all right, guys. Last subject.
Oh, shit.
Last topic.
Comes heavy and hard.
Nope. No.
Lighthearted?
No, it's serious. This is the last thing we're going to discuss. Then we're going to call it a night so she can get on her merry way and go back to Stedman.
I didn't say I was in a rush.
Are you driving back to Vietnam tonight?
Yeah,
Vietnam.
Man, I'm proud of you.
She's dedicated. She's
I'm about this life.
about to.
You should have told us. You should have stayed here for the weekend and you could train Saturday and Sunday.
Nah.
All
I
right.
would look like a traitor.
They wouldn't care if you trained with me.
No, not at all.
They wouldn't care.
I don't know.
Promise you, they wouldn't care. They
You don't,
wouldn't.
you don't know my girls.
Oh well, no.
The girl.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all
Whoa,
right.
whoa.
Done.
Yeah, back
Set
up.
up.
Yeah, you're done.
Where's Mad Mandy?
Yeah, you're good. Whatever you say, you're right.
I have
So
work tomorrow, so I have to go back.
where do you work?
We talked about this.
Mission 22.
just giving-
She's one of
No.
the 4.
Oh my God!
Oh, wait,
Were
wait,
you guys
wait,
not
wait, wait,
listening? Typical men.
Oh hell, here we go.
We had it like a conversation about it.
No, we didn't.
I really
didn't
don't
say
remember
that,
it.
I didn't say that I've been working at GNC for 9 years when we were talking
No,
about Noah Steers.
No, you did say you were working.
No,
at GNC.
yeah, you did, but I thought you meant that you used to work there. I
No,
didn't know
I
that you
currently
currently
work
work
there.
at GNC. I'm sorry.
Okay.
For the past 9 years.
I apologize.
Okay, anyway.
Can you give me free shit?
I'm a black belt at GNC, by the way.
Can you give me free
What?
stuff?
No.
Boy, you're serious about GNC. She's serious.
I don't even get free stuff.
She said no. She said it was some authority too, some authority.
I'm just that's my reflex. Like
Listen to my
when
authority.
people are like, "Oh, you guys sell steroids?" Yeah, man. Like
People still
Steroids.
People still
after
ask
hours, like,
that.
People
well,
ask that?
it's like, and they think it's so funny. Like I don't hear it 10 times a day. Like
Really?
yeah, so I have to like think of like new things.
This
to
must be a
say.
Fat Nom
It's so
thing. I've
fucking
never heard that.
annoying.
It's
No,
a
it-
Fort Bragg
it
thing.
happens.
I constantly, and I was just telling somebody about this the other day. Like I always have like 21-year-old guys coming in for testosterone boosters. For what? You have like all the testosterone right now.
21 years old.
Yeah. Oh, and then I had a guy the other day ask me, like, he's like, oh, my sergeant said I should get some SARMs, which are terrible for you. And he was like 21 or 22.
Do they even? They don't even sell SARMs anymore, do they? Isn't that illegal now?
Selective. No, they don't actually. It is. They've been pulled from the market.
Well, they still sell pro hormones in places.
But they don't at GNC.
No,
Right.
absolutely not. No.
Right.
Mm-mm. All of our stuff is herbal, non-hormonal.
So exactly, what the fuck is SARMs? I mean,
I don't know the abbreviation.
What is it, Nick?
It's basically, if I remember the an acronym correctly, it's selective, adaptive. Oh gosh, I can't remember it now.
Now you gotta look
It's
it up.
basically like
I do.
steroids
I have
or
to.
growth
I have to
hormone
look
or
it up.
something
I can't
like
remember.
that. Yeah.
No, it actually modulated how the body. The first test they did was in a cow that they injected with these SARMs, and they grew this blue cow up to be like 40% of its weight and muscle, and it was this huge cow. And then they took that science and tried to apply it to humans.
That sounds impressive.
Selective androgen receptor modulator.
What's our last topic? We keep getting sidetracked.
We do.
Well, it's not me. It's obviously Nick.
Okay.
It's
I was gonna blame
of course.
myself, but I can blame Nick.
It's obviously
Everybody, look, I'm responsible for global warming as well.
So, I'm asking you both as parents, okay? Are you okay with drag queens reading to your 8-year-old daughter?
God.
Just yes or no. Just throw it out on the table right now. Do it. Make your stand.
Is
No,
she-
no, no,
is
Nick.
she
No,
hot?
Nick. She's up. She has to do it. Drag queen. Are you okay with that drag queen on my post reading to your 8-year-old daughter? At the
I didn't see your post.
well, just go ahead and put. You got your phone, handy dandy Facebook right there.
Typically, don't now. What? Can I first hear what your objection is? Because I wasn't listening.
He looked like a freaking hot mess. I don't want that around my
So
fucking kid.
would you feel better if he was not a hot mess, or?
Look, if he wasn't a hot mess, then my kid wouldn't see anything awkward about it.
Well, do you know the context? I just feel like I need to know more about this situation. Like I don't feel.
Pull it up on
I just
Facebook right
don't
there.
feel like they would just have a drag queen in there for no reason.
What the hell do you mean?
Where is
They
this
did.
school at?
This is in Nick's neighborhood.
You got me typing in Nick's name. Hold on.
You gotta go to my Facebook page.
I do that to women.
Hold on now. All right. You're really gonna make me read the whole thing right now. You got so much stuff on here. I don't even see it now. Oh, I saw you were at the fights the other day. Those went well.
Which fights? The 864 fights
Yeah.
in Greenville. Yes.
I don't see it. I think somebody must have reported it.
Are you serious? That's happened
Oh
before.
wait, here it is. No, just messing with you. Drag Queen Story Hour. I don't feel like this is happening in a school.
Okay, and that's
This
what I
isn't
said.
happening
Hold
in a
on, wait a
school.
minute. And I said that. I said if it's not in a school,
This isn't
it's
in
in a library, and parents choose to take their child to that, then that's their prerogative. I'm fine with that. That's their business. I don't care. But I said in a school situation, I wouldn't want that going down. But I'm asking you, as a parent, are you okay? What's your daughter's name? No, don't say your daughter's name online. But little Rachel, Rachel's at the library, and you look on the 6 o'clock news and it says earlier today at 3 o'clock at Fayette Nom Library, drag queen Davy Daisy.
Would I take her?
Yeah. Would you take her
No.
to? You wouldn't.
No.
Okay.
But would I take her if you were reading a book? No.
What the fuck? What do you mean you wouldn't take her? Why?
Me personally, I
Why?
just wouldn't take her.
You wouldn't let me read to your
Why?
daughter?
I would like to read to my daughter.
Whoa! You would not let me read to your daughter. If I was sitting around reading a book to my
The
kid,
problem is
and your daughter
parents
came
aren't reading
over-
to their children.
boo!
See, I can turn this into a whole different thing.
Boo! Boo! This woman! Boo!
Do you see what I'm saying?
Nick,
I
throw
can turn
something
it.
at her.
No, shut. You better let me talk. you could turn this into a whole different thing. But do you see what I did there? Like, it could be anything. Anybody can complain about this, or anybody can
That
support
wasn't the
it.
question. I asked
Well,
you point
I
blank.
answered
So you would not. So you don't.
No.
Okay.
She's lucky if I take her to the library. I just buy.
Oh
the
my
Oh,
God!
shit.
Boo!
We were
Sidestepping.
I'm not sidestepping.
15-yard penalty.
You asked my opinion.
Flag on the play.
Me as a person.
Okay, what- okay.
I don't even go to the. I don't even have a card.
Oh my goodness!
I have a Kindle.
Oh my goodness! You're
I have
sidestepping.
thousands of
You're
books
pulling,
on my Kindle.
You're pulling the Neo, the Matrix. You're just all over.
Okay, well,
trying to
you
dodge
asked
bullet.
my opinion
You're trying
as
to dodge
me, and I
bullets.
will not. I will not stray away from that.
Okay. What? Okay.
I gotta be me, Brad.
All
I
right.
gotta be me.
What? Good grief, Nick. Are you okay?
I'm good.
No, with the depth. Are you good with Davy
He
Daisy
answered it.
there reading to your children?
If he's hot, yes. If
Wait,
he looks like
now-
your butt crack, no.
No.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Are you okay with that?
No.
So you wouldn't want him reading to your kids
Well, first
at
off,
the library?
he's breaking the law.
I mean, there are some fashion rules that are broken right there.
No. Fuck. See, you're sidestepping. See, this is the problem in America today, right here. I'm about to school all
We
of you
have our own
listeners and you
so-
viewers. This is the problem. Nobody wants to step up and say what needs to be said.
Okay,
Look,
okay,
I don't
okay.
Accept me.
I don't.
I
look,
just watched
don't
the
care
first.
what.
Listen, I just watched the first 19 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, and this is all that I need to know right here. My daughter doesn't need to be learning anything about gender fluidity or whatever. My daughter doesn't need to know about that at age 8 years old.
Okay.
My daughter,
Fair enough.
when she
Thank
gets
you.
older, she can make that decision on her own if
Thank
she
you.
wants it to be read to in the
Yeah.
library.
She didn't need to get
But
it from,
not at 8
from
years
Davy.
old. No, my
Right.
my daughter is not old enough to even know about all those options yet, especially all the options we have now.
Yeah.
Being whoever the heck we want to be. That I learned all I need to know right
Those
there.
are a lot of options.
Okay. Nick?
My daughter doesn't need those options right now. She's 8 years old.
Nick,
She's a child, and she just needs to have fun.
Yeah. I agree with you there. What about you, Nick? How do you feel about what she just said? Do you agree with that?
I mean,
or
I-
you know what? I bet your damn sweet, bleeding, liberal ass heart. I bet you like old Davy just come over to your house, sit down and read Cinderella to your kids, and tell them all
But
about.
this is a specific book.
I would like that.
Huh?
What book is it? by
I
the way?
bet you, you sweet bitch. Oh,
I guess it depends on the book.
I bet you. Are you shitting me right now? Are you serious?
I mean, if it's Snow White or Cinderella,
No, this is
I'm good.
From what it looks like to me, it's not like a typical like regular fairy tale. It's about gender, but for
Yeah,
children.
we don't need to be reading books to gender with kids. That's just.
now
my
is that
opinion.
anybody or just Davy?
That's anybody.
So you don't want
Look,
anybody.
I'm having a hard enough time getting them to try to pee in the right place that I don't need to worry about anything else at this point. Actually, one of them is really good potty trained, and
I
the
guess
other
I
one
can
is
give your
doing really
post
well.
like 19 seconds from now on.
You
Like,
should
I
give
learned
my
that-
post 19 seconds.
Yeah, I was able to form an opinion just from 19
there
seconds.
you go. See, it's worth it.
It's a lot of time.
It's worth
Tag her
it.
every time now.
It's worth it. I'm going. You comment on my podcast.
Yeah,
When
that's
I
because
bring
it's
up-
live and it's right now.
When I bring up conversations and topics, you jump right in with the best of them.
Well,
You
yeah,
can't.
that's why I'm up here right now. Because if I do have something to say, I'll come up here and say it, just like I am right now. I drove 3 hours to say something.
Shit. Damn. Did you get to say what you wanted to say?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure? Anything else?
Anything else on the table that you want?
In Raleigh next month for U.S. grappling submission only.
Why will you not be in Charlotte on August 11th at the Buchicha seminar?
Well, I didn't say I wouldn't be there,
Okay.
but August 18th I will be at submission only if anybody wants to come find me.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Does your at Team Rot, does everybody know Buchecha's coming?
Yeah, I tell everybody everything.
Okay. Does your
They can come if they want to.
do your girls? Do y'all have like a private group where y'all like share
do.
pictures of Leandra Lowe and Buchecha?
No,
You sure?
we
Tell the truth.
don't
Go ahead and snitch.
we don't
Paused.
sexualize jujitsu.
She paused.
No, I swear.
Go ahead and snitch.
No,
It's okay.
I'm not snitching.
Okay.
We don't do stuff like that. We send each other funny jujitsu memes, but we don't sexualize jujitsu
Read
like
that.
that.
So y'all. So you have no. She don't think that shit's funny, man. She's getting mad. She's getting
I'm not
heated
getting
up.
mad.
She's turning
I'm waiting for your question.
She's turning into damn mad Mandy and Nicole.
Oh, don't. No,
She's about to go all woman on us. Do you go all woman on the guys at Team Rock?
No, absolutely not.
2 steps forward, finger in the face.
No.
I am a woman.
I'm definitely not tougher than anybody.
Does any of your any of your girls do like the higher belts? Do they go all woman on them?
No.
They don't.
We all totally respect each other.
Boy, that must be nice. They go all woman on us here.
Yes.
We can't tell. Once a week we can't
Well,
tell.
we have 6 black belts.
And
at
it's the
our
same
gym,
week
so.
every month.
Huh?
And it's the same week every month.
It is. They go all in on us, man. They get upset. We don't even do anything.
She thinks we're kidding.
Yeah, that's the bad
You
thing.
think we're kidding?
No,
You think-
I'm not. I'm
we're
just
like- we're-
shaking
listen.
my head at you guys. Yeah, I mean that's
We're
what happens
abused.
when you get a bunch of women together. Like that's like that.
like a
the
bunch of
cycle is
vampires.
gonna
Do you guys
happen
have
at
your
the
own
same
women's
time.
class, ladies class?
We don't, but
See,
we take
See?
take our time together. We have about 10 consistent women that come.
Yeah.
About like five or so of us are active competitors.
Okay, but you don't have a per se
No.
only ladies class.
No.
We would call it the Queen's class.
We call it the Queen's class
Every
here.
Monday, led by Nicole.
We've added
Anvil.
we've added a couple other. Well, okay, we call it Queen's class. We'll leave it at that.
You have a lot of women that come and participate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
That's awesome.
And they go all woman on us. Tell me,
They kicked us out one day.
kick me out of my gym.
You guys
Ain't
are
that
like
some
the
shit?
original queens.
Yeah, no shit.
You
kick,
should see me dress up and read to children.
kick me, kick me out of my fucking gym. Ain't that something? Have you ever heard?
You allow it.
Let me ask you a question. Who's the highest ranking female at your gym?
At my gym.
Yeah.
That would be Sin Zamora.
Say her name again.
Sin Zamora.
Senza.
Matt's wife.
Okay. Well, could you imagine Senza telling Professor Greg Cattell out women's class?
I mean, have you met Sin though?
Yeah.
She might. But we all, like I said, and I'm sure like they have total respect for you. Like
Yeah.
we have total respect for the guys, and they have respect for us, and that's what makes it work.
All right. Wait a minute. See,
What's wrong?
So I got happy for a minute. You said they have total respect for you. I thought you were talking about me particular, and then you
bread.
said the guys. Then you said
You just don't feed into the ego anymore.
I got really happy for a minute. I was like,
Don't
man,
do it.
Well, you're the professor at this gym. Correct?
I was like, the females at Team Rock have respect for me, so therefore.
Oh no. That's
Oh,
not what I said.
No, that's what it sounded like
No,
you said.
no,
Nick,
I'm
is
sure
that not what it sounded like?
the
you said?
women at your
I
gym
agree.
have respect for you.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think the women at my gym know you.
Really?
I mean, it's possible they do. I'm
Everybody
sure some
knows
of
the
them
bread.
do.
That hurts
Everybody
my
knows the
feelings.
bread.
That hurts me so much.
Well, but in our defense, like most of us are like there's a handful of white belt
Recluses?
women. What?
Are you guys like recluses?
What does that mean?
Just sort of like
You
do your
train
own
and,
thing.
you train and go home.
Yeah.
And then you guys just
Do
call each
do
other
I
and-
sound like I train?
They
to
don't
go
watch
home?
the podcast.
You said that's all you do.
Are they watching you right now? You think? Did you tell them you was coming?
Yeah,
to
I
get on
sent them
pod-
the link. Hi, ladies. If they're watching, probably not. I don't know.
Probably not.
Well, they depending on now they're probably at home
If
right
not,
now.
they can watch on
They have lives too. I'm not mad.
YouTube.
They
I
can watch
They
on
can.
YouTube.
They absolutely
Blueberry.
can.
Yeah, tell them to
Stitcher.
replay. Blueberry?
Blueberry, Stitcher, YouTube.
What the hell is Blueberry?
It's another podcast app.
Are you serious?
I've syndicated it.
How much stuff is that?
It's a lot of shit.
Where do people mostly listen to us?
YouTube and iTunes
iTunes.
and Google Play.
Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got iTunes.
Yeah, but I have it on YouTube
Okay.
because I like to.
Please
watch.
download us on iTunes and give us
I just
a.
like to watch. Okay, here we go.
Stop. All right. Nick.
I'm out.
Well,
Got
first
nothing.
off, Rachel.
I guess
Yes,
it
thank
wasn't
you.
Seth's. You didn't give us the.
Shout out your URLs that you want to shout out one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, you can check me out on Facebook, Rachel Tatum, and Instagram. I don't really have a lot of social medias. My Instagram is Brace Yourself, BRCYOSLF.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, Brace Yourself.
What did you
Well,
think?
I
it
have
meant?
to add a BJJ or JJ at the end now that I train jujitsu,
it
right?
doesn't
That's what
say-
everybody does.
It
Yes.
doesn't say BRACE.
Yeah, it's BRC. Brace-
BRC.
Took out all the vowels.
BR.
BRC. Brace. You
Oh, I'm-
follow me
I'm
on
think-
Instagram.
Never mind. I'm thinking of something else then. I'm thinking of something else.
What are you
Never-
thinking
never
of?
mind. Never mind. Nothing.
You are going in another direction.
I'm going in a total different direction.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead.
Yes.
All right.
And then if you want to text me my phone up, no, I'm just kidding.
No, don't do that. don't put that up. There.
All the crazy people from
No.
who watch this podcast will text you.
You know, can I just tell one last crazy story?
Yes,
Please.
So if
please.
we're talking about crazy people, I once had an employee that I fired ask for pictures of my feet. Yeah. And then no,
I mean-
it got to the
Weird
point where I
things.
had to like press charges on him because he would like call the store phone and masturbate.
We need to have a conversation on here about masturbation.
All right.
I mean, it's a topic. We gotta break through. I mean, they're talking about
But
everything else.
Have you heard of people having extreme foot fetishes like that? Like I
Oh,
had
of
to press
course.
charges on this guy.
Honestly,
Look, I would
I've
take that
never
as, like,
met.
the
I've never
biggest
met
compliment.
anyone. I've never met anyone
I would
like
send
that.
somebody pictures of my feet if they wanted to pay me all day
No.
long.
I've never met anyone
He
like
wasn't
that.
gonna pay me. He just wanted pictures of my feet to jerk
Well,
off
make
to.
him pay you.
I should have.
$50
Well,
a
this
pic.
this was before that. Before
Man, you know, I bet
the.
that's
I
so.
should have.
I bet that's so dangerous to feed into something
I don't
like
think
that.
I could morally like still. I don't think I could accept money
No.
for that.
You're just taking pictures of your feet.
No, I
And
don't
You're
do
sending
that.
them. You don't know. Who cares what
No.
they're doing with your feet?
I do.
No. I've never met anyone personally like that, but I bet that is so dangerous to feed into something like that.
Yeah.
If you was to send someone like that pictures of your feet,
I know a
that could
professional bodybuilder that used to send somebody their used posing trunks,
man, that's
and
so
that happens
dangerous.
more than just this person.
That's so dangerous.
Well, that-
I just can't picture feeding
The-
into something
All
like
over
that.
the world.
The way I feel about it is that it's like a stepping stone
Yeah, that's
into,
what I'm saying.
into more dangerous
To something
things.
else.
Yeah.
To
That's
something
why
else.
that's why I took him to court
used
because
to
I
live in
didn't
Ja-
feel safe.
I used to live in Japan, and you could buy used panties in a vending machine.
Stop lying.
I s-
Why'd you even say that?
What?
You just no. Wait a
How
minute.
many did you get?
A lot. No, I'm serious. I kid you not.
Now you know that the Queen's Patrol, one of them's watching this, and they're gonna tell.
I'm
Hold on,
telling the
tonight in the
truth.
tonight in their little group thing, they're gonna say
There's gonna be
that
pictures
you
of
was
me.
being sexually,
I'm with you, ladies.
you was gonna be sexually insulting and degrading to Rachel.
Yes.
And I'm gonna get messages tomorrow.
Rachel, was
If I
I
don't catch
degrading
hell.
to
Don't
you?
bring me into this.
I'm just
I
telling
was
you.
Rachel, was
talking
I
about my
degrading
You know
to you?
this is what's gonna happen.
Oh,
Why
Lord.
did you do that? Apologize quickly.
Well,
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry for
It-
telling the truth.
You
In his
bitch.
defense, he was just talking about a vending machine. I saw a vending machine with coats before, so
With what?
jackets.
Okay, he said panties.
Yeah.
That's like
No,
on
these
the
are
other
just
end of the
regular
spectrum.
jackets. I'm just bringing it back.
How would you fit a jacket through the vending hole machine?
No, it's like vacuum sealed.
Really?
It's like $40. Yeah,
Where was this at?
at an airport.
I can believe that.
Okay.
I can believe
Yep.
that. Okay, tell the truth. Is that a true story about
That is
the
a
underwear?
true story.
Of
I
you-
promise you.
Wait a minute. Of underwear or used underwear?
Used underwear in a vending. Well, they claim
It
it was used
advertised.
underwear. Yes.
No,
They claim it was used underwear. Look, Japanese men are into some freaky shit. Roppongi. Anybody out there? It's the place to go. Shibuya.
I think that's a place I'll avoid.
That's where you want to go.
Rapungi. And you went too, didn't you?
Dude, we went to this
It just
club in
sounds
Roppongi.
nasty.
It does
We,
not.
we walked into this
What did
elevator.
Rapungi smell like?
You can imagine. Walked into this
Like the
Hotel?
inside of your one trophy.
this hotel that had a. All right, I'm not telling my story.
No,
Go ahead.
Nope.
Nick,
Nope.
I want to hear it. Okay.
Nope. I'm muting my mic.
No.
No, go ahead. We
No,
want to hear
seriously.
it.
Okay, so we walked in. We're going to this like club in Roppongi, and you walk into this hotel and you get in an elevator. It looks like a normal elevator. And as soon as the doors shut, lights come on and music comes on. It takes you to the bottom level, and it opens up into this vast chasm, and it's just like it's craziness. I can't explain it. If
What was down there?
a lot of people doing a lot of strange shit, dancing to music.
Just as soon as the elevator doors open.
As soon as the elevator doors open.
How much does it cost to get in?
It was about 700 yen, so that was about $300 back at the time.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, because the party started on Friday and didn't end until Monday morning.
Wow. I guess you got your money's worth then. In that case.
No comment.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
True story.
That's what it all
Well, he
comes
didn't
down
gotta
to.
do, but he did.
Well, no, not him. But I'm just saying, some of the freaks out there, you got to do what you got to do, man. Sometimes it's not working at the house, so you got to get you.
Hey,
I mean, everybody to each their own. That's all I'm saying.
that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I
I
agree.
want to dress up and read books to children.
No,
Sorry.
no.
Sorry.
My
I think he's
God,
admitting that
man.
it was him.
That dude did look like you. I'm just saying, man. I'm not bullshit. When I first saw it, I was like, that's why it bothered me
Nick.
so much. I was like, sort of looks like Nick.
You didn't even tag me.
Man, I was trying. I'm telling you, I must have saw that post at least 20 times before I ever said something. Like it was going viral. Like it was everywhere.
It was just like, say something. Say something.
Like people
say
just kept
something.
posting it and giving their little opinions and shit and saying and they were being so nice about it. Just total bitch assiness to the highest degree.
And then it became viral.
And so finally I was like, fuck it.
And then
I'm
it
gonna
finally
put
pissed
this
you
shit
off.
on here and I'm gonna lay the law down of my opinion and how I fucking feel and a bunch of other people feel about it, but they're too scared to say shit.
That is a
So I
cure for
did.
bitch assiness.
So I did. That no, it's not a cure because then you saw him coming on there. One dude came on there and said, I couldn't believe this. This is what he said. I'm not making this shit up. You can read through it and find it. He said some shit like, so you're telling me, this is how Nick and his buddies talk. So you're telling me that a bunch of hot, sweaty guys rolling around in pajamas, choking each other doesn't bother you, but a grown man wearing a dress and
Oh
some
my
makeup,
God.
reading to kids does? I just find that odd. Bitch acidness. I could just hear the fucking voice
Are your
through
are
the
your
words.
posts public? Like,
Yes, they're public.
Okay, because I only
Yes, they're
like
public.
I only like add people that I actually like know. So
Yeah.
I mean, do you like know that person that said that?
Yes, I know him. He trains down here at the bitch ass academy of the universe.
Oh shit!
What?
Don't even say it.
Which
Shots
academy is
fired.
that?
Don't go. Don't. No, no,
Which
no,
academy are you talking about?
I mean,
Ah,
fuck.
la, 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 la. I'm cutting his mic.
Okay,
His mic is cut.
All right,
He's just
okay.
gonna start shit from that point.
He's
He's
yeah.
cut. I cut it. Nope.
He won't say it. He's
Ain't
not gonna
doing
say
it.
it. I don't want to know.
I'll turn you back on if you be nice.
I
That's,
promise.
Okay.
we keep the peace in Fayetteville.
Scouts honor.
So
Scouts honor.
I can't find the dang post again.
But that shit bothers me, man.
I know.
Fucking, is that not retarded? Is that not retarded? And then some dude kept coming on there.
But he trains there, so he should know why it's not the same, right?
No.
Maybe I don't know.
Last words, anyone?
Hey, man.
We're in it 2 hours.
Thank you, Rachel, for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it.
was
I
fun.
hope you can come back down. Maybe one day you can come down and train with us.
Well, I wanted to come and train today,
I know.
and then you guys started.
We started early. And Mission 22, guys, make sure you remember that. Look into it. Do all that you can. Do your part. We owe it to our vets. We owe it to our military. I mean, it's just it shouldn't even be a thought. Just fucking do it. So, and hopefully we did our part today by having Rachel come on here and share some things with us about Mission 22 and PTSD and the stuff that our vets are going through. And other than that, I love you all, and I will see you next week. Slick Nick, what you got?
I was just gonna say, Mission 22. Everybody go there, do as much as you can. People sleep peacefully in their bed at night because rough men and women stand ready to do violence on their behalf.
Do you guys have like end music?
We do. Get ready to
do.
play it. I'm gonna cut your mic off
Do
unless
it
you want to
up.
say anything important.
No, I'm
Hit
nothing.
it.
Peace.
Our music's badass too.